When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, when the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Make Talk program. Good evening, we're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. This evening, we're going to have Miss Denisha Williams, MP caretaker for Southwest St. Anne. She's coming up at 7 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, we have Mr. Joseph Gregory, Duhaney Park Divisional Council caretaker for the Jamaica Labour Party. He will be coming at 8 o'clock. And Miss Denisha Williams will be coming on at 7 p.m. That's what we have in store for you this evening. Wherever you're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, normally on Monday night we have the current affair program, but to accommodate everyone, we're having a program tonight. But of course, usually our current affair program is always on a Monday night. So join us on a Monday night for a robust discussion on the Make We Talk program for Make We Talk Current Affair. Like this, share up this feed and like it. Share this live feed to everyone you can share this live feed to. There is something I want to put up on the screen here. This young man is missing. There's also an audio that I wanted to play. This young man here is missing as we come on air. He has been missing from 8 o'clock this morning. And he's missing, and we want to play an audio clipping from the principal of the school that he attends. Apparently his grandmother put him on a bus or a taxi to go to school. The person in the taxi told the grandmother that he knows her. But it seems the grandmother didn't know the person. And it begs to ask, why did the grandmother put the child on the thing if she did not know the taxi driver? But that's what is happening. So this young man is missing. Let me play the audio clip in here of the school principal pleading, begging, beseeching for his safe return.
Good afternoon, colleagues. This is Miss Hansel from Bushy Park Basic School. I am asking you guys to share this picture of this little boy and the voice note for me. Just spread it around, guys. The little boy was supposed to come to school this morning. His grandmother put him in a vehicle. She don't know the person, but the person apparently said that he knows her. So she sent the little boy with the person to take the child to school, and that was from after 8 this morning, about 8:30, about that time, and up until now the little boy have not been seen. The child is 4 years old. His name is Shaquille Spence, and she said that the person drive a Mitsubishi four-door van. It's a burgundy van with stripes, with purple stripe and all different colors on the side of the van. So I'm asking you guys to share the picture along with the voice note, because the teacher I got a call at 1:12 to ask if I'm bringing home the child, and the child did not come to school this morning. So guys, I'm asking you to spread this like wildfire right now, because this is a very serious situation. So please guys, share the message, share the pictures right now. Thank you.
Wow. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This. Wow. Mm-mm. My. Anybody who knows the whereabouts of this little baby, the person who took up this little baby and said to the grandmother that I know you, is a wicked individual. It's a wicked individual. And you need to bring back home that little child. You need to bring back home that little child. So this is what is going on. This little baby is missing from the Bushy Park Basic School. This little baby is missing from the Bushy Park Basic School. And the principal of the Bushy Park Basic School is pleading. This is her voice note here. She's pleading for the safe return of this little child.
Good afternoon, colleagues. This is Miss Hansel from Bushy Park Basic School. I am asking you guys to share this picture of this little boy and the voice note for me. Just spread it around, guys. The little boy was supposed to come school this morning. His grandmother put him in a vehicle. She don't know the person, apparently said that he knows her. So she sent the little boy child to school, and that was from after 8 this morning, about 8:30, about that time, and up until now the little boy have not been seen. The child is 4 years old. His name is Shaquille Spence, and she said that the person drive a Mitsubishi four-door van. It's a burgundy van with stripes, with purple stripe and all different colors on the side of the van. So I'm asking you guys to share the picture along with the voice note, because the teacher I got a call at 1:12 to ask if I'm bringing home the child, and the child did not come to school this morning. So guys, I'm asking you to spread this like wildfire right now, because this is a very serious situation. So please guys, share the message, share the pictures right now. Thank you.
Wow. This is a very sad, sad situation. This little baby child is missing. This little baby boy is missing from 8 o'clock this morning. He attends the Bushy Park Basic School. His mother, his grandmother rather, decided to take him to school. And it seems as if somebody, a taxi driver or whosoever, somebody in a car, said to her, Mommy, I know you. I'll take him to school for you. And the poor grandmother put her grandson into that car. We don't know if it's a taxi or what. Obviously, this baby boy hasn't been to school. Whosoever took him did not drop him off to the Bushy Park primary, the Bushy Park basic school. And right now, they're pleading, they're begging for his safe return. So anyone who knows this little baby, see anybody with this little baby, call the nearest police station. Call the nearest police station or a radio station, because this is wickedness. This should not be. This baby boy is missing. And we are pleading, the Make We Talk program is pleading, begging for a safe return. Wherever you're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, good night to everybody in our Facebook chat, in our YouTube chat, in our TikTok chat. Good night to you all. We're waiting on the arrival of Miss Denisha Williams. She's going to come on and speak to us. She is the MP caretaker for Southwest St. Ann. And also at 8 p.m., we're going to have a Jamaica Labour Party council caretaker from the Duhaney Park Division to come on and speak to us about the work that they're doing in that area. But this baby here, this little baby here is missing. This little baby boy is missing from 8 o'clock this morning. From about 8 o'clock this morning, this baby is missing. And we're asking for his safe return. His safe return. We're asking for his safe return. Please, please, anybody know his baby? Bring back this baby home. Bring back this baby home. I beg of you. Anyone who knows this baby, bring this baby back home to us, because his mother and his grandmother is begging for his safe return. Now we are going to start our program. We have the beautiful young lady, future member of parliament for Southwest St. Ann, Miss Denisha Williams. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow,
I'm actually in my car, so let me.
That's what I realized. You're on the campaign trail as usual.
Oh gosh, when are we? Never.
Welcome to the Make We Talk program.
All right, so I get my light. Let me see if I can catch it in the car. All right.
Yes.
I don't have long with you though.
I know. I appreciate whatever time you have with me, because I know you're very busy. It's same with my good friend Gabriella is very busy. I can hardly get a hold of her. You're the president of the PNP YO. I can hardly get a hold of her sometimes. But I want to welcome you to the Make We Talk program, and for those who are listening from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean and Jamaicans in the diaspora, I want to welcome you to the program. Tell us who you are. What prompted you to get into politics?
So my name is Danishka Williams. I am a past student of St. Andrew High School for Girls, the lovely, great St. Andrew High School for Girls. I know the diaspora is filled with past students from there. Life More Abundant. I then went on to going to UTech, where I did a Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. I have an award for entrepreneurial idea. I went to enter a competition in Virginia. It was two of us, myself and another young lady. Because of politics, I won't name her. I don't want to compromise her in any way. But we went to Virginia and we entered a entrepreneurship competition. We came second in Virginia. I've started my MBA, but politics really took up a lot of my time. So as soon as the dust settles, I'm gonna go and complete it, because it's really for personal satisfaction and for that of my parents. I am first in the family to have a university degree, so I know it will be very meaningful. Thank you to my parents for me to go on further and complete my studies. My grandfather once told me that the best thing I can do in life is surpass anything that my parents have done. So every step of the way that I surpass my parents in anything, education or anything at all, they are super proud. So I tend to have that in the back of my mind and remember what my grandfather said. So that's me. I do marketing professionally. I have been doing marketing for 7 to 8 years. I love it. It's like my baby. I'm also plant-based. And with being plant-based, what I've done is persons have come to me and asked me, how can I also be plant-based? So I've been doing a little bit of plant-based coaching, just trying to help persons to transition from their meat eating ways to a plant
Mm-hmm.
based lifestyle which is healthier, and that's something that I've been doing on the side. It's not like a primary income generator, but it's just something that I love because persons ask me all the time. So I say, let me see how I can help them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Danishka. She's a marketer and she's a plant-based transitioning coach. I just developed that title and I've been running with it.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of politics now, I've been in politics from I was made.
Wow.
My parents met through politics. My mom used to be Mr. Ramtali's assistant.
You mean the late Odi Ramtali?
Yes, yes. Hold on 1 second. Can I send my mommy the link? Hold on.
Sure. Sure.
Hold on.
Yes, we're speaking to Miss Denisha Williams. She is the MP caretaker for Northwest Centan.
Southwest. Yes,
Southwest
she's
Centan.
Northwest.
Southwest Centan. Sorry, Southwest
Yes.
Centan.
Right.
You,
So
you, you, go ahead.
right. So yes, I'm that baby who's been in around politics. I'm the baby who used to be on the conference floor running up and down every September. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
baby who used to be at PNP headquarters because my mom, after working with Mr. Ramtali, she worked with Maxine Henry Wilson, who I affectionately call Auntie Maxine. So she was Auntie Maxine's assistant when she was GenSec. So
Mm.
I'm that baby that was around. My mom
Mm.
then went on to be an assistant to Dr. Carl Blythe. Herself and Auntie Leslie, that's Leslie Davis, who passed late last year, I think around
Yes.
September. Right.
Mm.
So they were both assistants to Dr. Blythe. So my knowledge and experience within the PNP has been far and wide. I think I've experienced every aspect of it. Mommy was teaching me Red Flag and Jamaica Arise from I was a baby.
Mm.
So when we go to conferences and I'm putting my fist up, it's like a moment of pride and excitement for me because my mom
Mm-hmm.
has always taught it to me. So I was like, oh, I know this song,
Right.
So and then as I got older, 2007, there was that big election where we lost, and I was in high school and I wanted to be active because I just couldn't believe it. I have a friend who her name is Ashley. Ashley and I, 2007, we split the classroom. Right, this is a story that I've never shared publicly before. But
Mm.
2007, Ashley and I split the classroom. We said, all right, here what? Every PMP sit on the left, every Labourite sit on the right.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out together. We were all friends. We were all cool. So we weren't separated, but we were always having political discussion because if you remember 2007, politics was the order of the day,
Yes, it
right?
was.
So we did that, but it was never contentious or anything. There were just some kids in there they were strong Labourites, and Ashley and I, we were strong PNP, and it was just
Yes.
a good vibe. To this day, we're all still cool. It never separated us, but we knew at that time that this is who we were, and we were passionate about it. So, coming up, I joined the PNPYO, and then after joining the PNPYO, I did some work in the PNP, and then
Mm-hmm.
today I'm a candidate, and I am very proud to serve in this particular PNP with Comrade Leader Mark Golding. I see how he and the GenSec have been able to unify the party is something special. It's really something special to see, to witness from on the inside, and I know everyone on the outside is still kind of wondering how them do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's Danishka in a nutshell.
Danishka, let me ask you this question though. And I saw it for myself. When I saw the motorcade coming through that night of your presentation to the people of St. Anne, and I saw the motorcade, it reminds me of Jamaica's first female Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller.
Like a portion them called me up there.
Yes. And the same way, the first time I heard Senator Gabriella spoke in Parliament,
Yeah.
I said to myself, no man, goosebump fool me up. I said, no man, this is a Portia Simpson Miller.
Yes.
When I saw you came in and I saw the crowd, the only person I see in my lifetime that I can remember who bring that amount of people was Portia Simpson Miller.
Yes, that's what I've been told.
Tell me something now. How did you do that? How did you how did you motivate the people? How did you energize the people to and you bring them out like that?
Let me tell you something. I think the timing is perfect. I don't credit myself alone for it. I think you can close the first one. I think I do a great job on the ground with the people, talking to them. I show them love. It doesn't feel awkward. Somebody run, come hug me up. It doesn't feel weird. It feels like this is what God put me here to do. And I know people are able to also feel that type of energy. But also, let me say, and let me give some credit to my party leader and Jensek, who them are hold it down, right? Nationally, they're holding it down, in a way that I know everyone is surprised about. So I really want to give them a lot of credit because I think we don't give them enough credit for what they're doing. So I want to give them a lot of credit for the work they're able to do in selecting candidates. I think they have put together an excellent selection of candidates, all 63. I think it's amazing. I think we are going to form an amazing government together. So one, I want to credit the party leader and Gensec for the work they're doing nationally, right? Persons are looking in, them watch news, them see it, them on TikTok, them see it, them on Instagram, them see it. They know what's going on outside of the constituency. So when the Gensec said, hey, I need you down here, and I say, okay, let me check. And I check and I go, and the people are ready. They are ready for PNP in that constituency and for PNP form government. So how I was able to pull them out, really and truly, I told them we're having a conference, and the Gensec tell me say it after big. So uno come.
So tell me now, what does Lady Williams have planned for the people of her constituency if she should gain the power of a member of parliament? What is the plan you have for them, for the youths of the constituency?
Not if, but when. So
when, yes.
For me, I think when we look at constituencies, I think we have to, and any person looking to represent a constituency, I think what's most important is to go in and see what they need, right? You can't sit from the outside and say, okay, we're going to bring coding down there because maybe there is nobody interested in doing coding, right? So you have to go on the inside and you identify what their needs are. They need water. There's a very small percentage of the constituency that has running water, less than 10%, right? So they need water. And if my numbers are off, I take correction at any time. But from my estimation and the research I've done, it's less than 10% of the constituency that has running water. So they need water. Agriculture, my farmers. Beryl has done some serious damage in that constituency, and the farmers are in desperate need of support. They need support. So them need some fertilizer, they want some seeds, them want water, right? So how I am assessing how I can bring these things to them, right? So that's two. Now the third thing, my young people, they've told me that there's some communities that want a community center because those who are in school, I mean, the first years of high school as well as primary school, they need somewhere that they can leave school and go to do their homework that's properly staffed, resourced, and, security and so on. You feel like the community is raising the kids while the parents are at work. So that's another thing for young people. But additionally, I want to know that my young people in Southwest St. Anne know that they're able to compete on the world level, right? So I want them to know that they can compete with everyone else out there in the world. They're not just competing with themselves. So we want to properly staff and resource these high schools that we have. We have a Butnock Gallimore High School and we have a Booker High School. And we want to create clearer paths for our young people leaving high school to going into whether they want to go to tertiary education or they want to go and do skills training or they want to go straight to entrepreneurship or looking at job. So we have to create more jobs in the constituency. So looking at jobs in the constituency, we can start with the market. We have towns with no markets. There is no market in Alexandria. There's no market in K Valley. The market space exists, but there is no actual market, right? And then you want to look at the Alexandria Health Center that was once a hospital. So the same JLP MP who made it a hospital downgraded it to a health center. No, a lot of the nurses in the constituency, them either work at Ochi or them work at St. Anne's Bay. They would be able to save money by working in the constituency. It's closer to home. I mean, everything is easier if you're closer, right? So that's another avenue. And I want to also introduce entrepreneurship to them. I want to focus on agritourism, because when you speak about St. Anne, you speak about everywhere except my constituency.
Yes.
So I want to be able to put my constituency on the map and ensure that the people in my constituency understand that their lives matter and that there's value in what they're creating. Because they have the farmers. Look here, I go around and I see some things that I never witnessed before, right? And it might be nothing new, nothing novel, but for me, I've never seen it. So I go in the supermarket and I see ginger powder, but I've never seen production of ginger powder. So when I see it in my constituency, my brain, because I have a degree in entrepreneurship, goes towards, okay, how can we ensure that they're able to take it from farm to market a little easier, export a little easier? You know, what are the tariffs and the barriers that we need to break down for them so that it's easier, right? When I look at back to ginger again, I never know about the replanting of ginger, how you break it up and replant it. So some of these things are new to me. You know, because I've never experienced it. I go buy it in the supermarket or I go Coronation Market and I purchase it, right? So every time I see something like that, I get a little excited because ideas come to me and I say, okay, how can we? And then for me, it's not just helping individuals, it's how can we help a community? So if this community focuses heavily on ginger, how can we put them together, form a company, and have that company do the work instead of just having them all do it as individuals? So that's the direction that my brain goes in. You know, persons approach me about chicken, them have chicken fowl could be in the back of them house and they want some.
Hello, Miss Williams, we're losing you.
You know, and when they, the question is really, we want to help
Oh Lord, we are losing her. I don't know what's going on. We're speaking to Miss Danishka Williams.
You make your money. You know, you're not giving it back to me. But you want to give it back to the community to ensure that it's in circulation. You know, these ideas, they rotate. So money is coming in for everybody and not just for one household.
Right. I want you to play a video of you at your presentation in Southwest St. Anne.
Yes.
And you touch on a very important point. And Jamaicans must understand this, that in any government, whether the PNP or the JLP, it is their sole duty to make sure that you have proper road infrastructure. And I want you to listen to something that I heard you said. And I said to myself, this young lady going to go places in politics. Listen to this. If I'm playing the right video.
After we fix the roads and ensure that our farmers are taken care of, we want to look at agritourism. We want to look at hydroponics to ensure that our farmers are able to create something that is new and different in Southwest St. Anne, so that we can be proud of it, we can showcase it to the world and bring in tourists. The amount of tourists that are coming to Sri Lanka, and we don't have any coming into Southwest St. Anne. I am here to change that. I also want,
for the interest of time, we're going to talk about the road. And I want you to listen to something I'm going to say to you. I remember growing up in Negril. And I remember watching my grandfather at the time was involved in the public works department. Miss Williams?
I'm listening to you.
If you want people in your constituency to continue loving you, and if you can save that money in your constituency, make sure that whosoever give contract to repair roads, you make sure they do the road properly. One, Make sure they put the mall down, they roll it, the stone, they roll it, the mall again, they roll it, the stone, they roll it, the mall, and then the Barber Green. What they're doing nowadays is just Sosa Mall and Barber Green.
Yeah, man. So I was actually speaking to a contractor in the constituency,
Go
and he
ahead.
was telling me that boy is a pain point for him because he knows that when he does work, he ensures that it's perfect and it's proper and it can withstand years because his name is on the line. But he said there are many contractors who across the island, they don't do that. You know, them supposed to do it's supposed to 5-inch thick compressed, them probably do 1/2 inch or them do 1 inch. You know, so I've been doing that research. I don't get up and just talk anything. I actually do the research and I ask a lot of questions. So whenever I'm concerned about something, you have a gentleman you see that I call. His name is Dr. Peter Phillips.
Yes.
I call him nonstop. Dr. Phillips, what are your thoughts on this? I also call our party's Gensec because he is really driving what's happening right now in the party. So I don't want to go out there and say, I'm focused on this. And him say, no, that's not what we're doing. You know, so I tend to call on them a lot and ask a lot of questions to find out, am I going in the right direction with what I'm thinking? You know, and I feel blessed to have the support of the hierarchy of the party where they're coming in to walk with me, talk to the people, finding solutions to the problems that them have. I had Mikhail this week. The previous week I had Azan. So they're walking and talking and it feels like a party. It don't feel like one person. It feels like we're all here together. So definitely a blessing.
For education, what do you have planned for the education system in the sense of, is it that, you know, do you think that they're going to need another school in that area where you are, or repair the schools, or what?
I think eventually we're going to need another school. But at this moment in time, my focus is not on building another school. You know, it's going into the schools to see what do we need? You know, are kids feeling as if they can take it to the next level? You know, so it's assessing what we need. For Damien, I know he has put several plans together, put them forward to the public. Some he has kept to his chest and presented them to the party. But for one, it's ensuring that PATH students, you can't tell the difference with PATH students from students who are not on the PATH program. You know, everybody eating the same food and you know what I mean? So there are things like that that the party is focused on generally. But me, I just want to know that students understand that you don't have to follow the traditional path, the traditional route to becoming wealthy or to changing the circumstances in your family. There's so many other economies that you can get involved in: the orange economy, the green economy, the blue economy. There are options that you can explore as a young person. You know, you can go into STEM, you can go into the creatives. You know, the options exist. So for me, it's really putting them forward to young people so they can identify with them and say, oh yeah, I like that. Because I think it's easy when you love it. It's easy when you love it. When you look at some of our politicians and you hear them speak, you can tell when them in it for real. You know? You can tell. You can identify that they man love education. When you hear how passionate he speaks about it, you can identify that Dr. Andre Horton loves speaking about the economy. You can see
and Dr. Alfred Dawes love medicine.
Loves medicine. You know what I mean? So you're able to see it and identify, and that's what I want young people to understand. You don't have to feel forced into a path because there's so many avenues right now. There's digital marketing. There's so many things that young people can get involved in. So I don't want them to feel like they're in a box, and I don't want them to feel like school is just A and B. You know, you have the whole alphabet where you can go through. So that's this for me.
Do you have any do you have any plans rather to like maybe, you know, have some factories in the area to make sure those who don't have the proper skill can get a skill? Are your plans for that?
We used to have Heart Trust, the former PNP MP, which was Dr. Walford. Well, everybody's MP, Dr. Walford. He had brought in Heart Trust, and there was an institute there, but it no longer is operational. So I definitely want to bring it back. I am a student of, apart from UTech, I went to iCreate. I did a certificate course in project management for creatives, which has helped me for years. I also did voice and speech at MTI. So I've done traditional schooling, but I've also done the unconventional ones too. So I've also done an event planning course. I live on Udemy. I'm always doing certificate courses online. So for me, I definitely believe in it. I live it, and I want to share it with everybody because, I mean, knowledge is power, and information is what keeps the castle standing. So yeah, it's something important to me.
What about crime in your constituency? Is it
Very
up?
low.
Very low? Is the police officers have a proper structure to work out of?
I visited the police stations in the constituency, and they seem fine. They seem fine to me. Yeah.
What about?
I mean, the police generally, they want them overtime. You know, so that's a different discussion. That's a discussion that Red Bunting will have to take up. But that's a whole different discussion about what they want, and they want some this, and you know, they have their needs. They have their needs that also needs to be met. But regarding my constituency, crime is very low. It's not a primary concern. I mean, recently we had a gentleman chopped up his wife, killed her. I think he killed. Did he kill himself? I don't think he killed himself. He killed someone else. But it's not a regular thing. It's not every day.
I remember somebody from that area. I think she has the border between you and Gabriella. And she called me one day and said to me that is it between you and Gabriella? I can't remember.
The individual is between Gabby and I. Okay.
Right, yes. She called me and she said to me that there is no fire station.
True.
What is your plans in getting a fire station in that constituency?
Boy, to get so this is the second time I've been asked that question, and I have to do some more research. I have to do some more research because the farmers ask about it on the ground, and I did tell them that I'm going to get back to them on it. I can't just give them an idea out of the top of my head because I can identify a location off the top of my head. I've traversed the entire constituency, so I can identify a location. You know, I can draft up a plan and tell you what it's going to cost. But realistically, there's some research that needs to be done.
One thing I can say though, the people, Comrade Golden, Sir Mark Golden, you have a young lady here who you need, when you guys win the next election, you make sure you put her in some ministry.
Look here, I don't think when I win, Marky G go and say, just go on do some more work, man. I think he'll be intentional about how he puts his team together based on the work that we're doing now. You know, I don't expect to be rewarded for nothing. I expect that if I do the requisite work, then I mean, life will fall into place. Just generally, not in politics, but generally. You know, your work, you get promoted. I won't be like them and those that I mean can't get. But,
as a young lady growing up in Jamaica now, though, how do you see politics in Jamaica?
It's tricky. It's tricky because on the face of it, you see politicians, and I would say the government, because I'm going to speak specific to them because they're the ones with the resources. They're the ones who are able to do the let me say, they're the ones who have the resources right now, right? So I would say we see them come around year 8 and say, okay, yeah, man, some of my MPs were not doing the work, and I'm going to draw them in and talk to them because they have to do the work. And I know my workers are upset. And if you recall that interview last year where the Prime Minister spoke on that, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? He was in Northwest St. Anne when he spoke about his MPs underperforming. And I mean, I think looking on as a young person, you're disappointed. You want more. You want better. But then you also look in and you see young familiar faces. So those who attended the University of the West Indies, they would have seen Gabby on campus. She'd had her student elections and so on. So you see her, you know her, and you say, okay, I can support that. You know, if you went to UTech, you see me, you know me. You can say, okay, I can support that. If you went to UE, you can say, I remember Comrade Damian Crawford, Comrade Andre Horton, they taught me. So I think looking on, the future is bright with the PNP. But as a young person, I think they're disappointed. And I see the discourse on social media all the time. They're quite disappointed with the direction of the country right now in terms of crime, pothole. Look here, the young people, them might cry about them car. They spend so much money on their vehicles
Mm-hmm.
only for the pothole mash them back up. And then they have to pay for fitness for unfit roads. So
True.
I know it's a big cry for people around the island. Not Kingston, not just St. Anne, not just St. Thomas, around the entire island.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
If you not if you're gonna become a member of parliament for Southwest St. Anne, what is your plans? Will you push Prime Minister Golden to make sure that the people of your constituency have beach access? Because right now, Jamaicans are having a problem with beach access. I see
so
my good friend.
if there's anyone who knows me before politics, they know I live at the beach. I will wake up any morning and go to the beach by myself. Right? I will transit and go by myself. No, I believe that the beaches need to be free. I believe in it. So I don't know at this moment if it's a policy of the party. I'm gonna check. But I do know that we were in on the fight for the Bob Marley Beach. I do recall seeing Prime Minister to be speaking about that. So yes, it's something that I'll definitely push for.
As a young lady, forget about that you're a member of the People's National Party now. You're a Jamaican, growing up in Jamaica. And you live on a government that $3 trillion is accountable for. Yet our hospitals don't have any proper facilities. Our health sector is in shambles. And when you see what is going on in Jamaica, then you say to yourself, what is next? With the level of corruption in our country, as a young lady, will you fight in the sense of saying, listen, we can't continue this way? Will you call out and say, listen, we need to know where that $3 trillion is? If my question makes sense to you.
Yeah, man. So I definitely believe that every well-thinking Jamaican needs to ball it out. You know, yesterday I was in a community, and one of the residents were saying to me, no, this is just to explain to you how persons are putting it into perspective and finding their own solutions. I mean, it's not realistic, but this is what was said. The young man said to me, Miss, then thief so much money. If we take $5 million, you know how much hospital bed we could have built? Persons are finding issues with it, and they start to think, all that money, this is what could have been done. Them start put it in different places based on what their experience is. Their mother did forget a surgery down a St. Anne's Bay Hospital 2 years ago. She can't get a date. Them tell her, so them nana bed, them nana this, them nana machine, them nana, you know. So when they start to list out all the things, persons start to say, okay, but corruption is happening here. Money is going missing here. So the money could have been diverted to do this. Persons on the ground have already started to take issue with it, and I too take issue with it. But at this present moment, I'm unable to take on all the issues, which is why I'm really grateful that I'm serving within a party that has such capable persons, you know. So Julian can take on enough of them issues there where I'm talking about the money, you know. But for me, I am focused on Southwest St. Anne because we have to bring it home for the people of Jamaica, for the people of the constituency.
And you sure you can bring it home for the people of St. Anne, for Southwest St. Anne?
Look here, Anna. Look here now. When you have some time, you join me on the ground, you know. Join me on the ground and tell me what you think.
I don't have to, you know, because honestly, there's two persons, well, roughly three persons I'm watching within the PNP. 3 young people. One of them is my good friend Garvey. You are one, and my other good friend Christopher Henry. I watching you three.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself,
together, so.
Yes, I'm saying to myself that, you know, the People's National Party have 3 vibrant young people who I think and I believe will bring home that seat come election night. Those seats come election night.
Yeah, man. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. The work is being put in that we take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing the work and we are trying our best to secure it for the party, for the people of Jamaica, and for the constituents. Because believe me when I said them deserve change. You know, I want to touch on one thing that I'm seeing right now on social media. I'm seeing
Go
where the
ahead.
Minister of Agriculture is speaking to. The Minister of Agriculture is speaking about the gentleman who I'm running against, how well he has been doing over the past 8 years. And that came as a response to me where I tweeted and I said, look here,
Sorry. Is it that Xavier Mays?
yeah, that's his name. But
Yes.
when I look and I say, you can't be in a job for 8 years and you only want to do work now because your replacement is here.
Hmm.
There is no way. So I tweeted it, and the Minister of Agriculture responded to say, you know, he's been working and he listed out some farm roads.
Hmm.
And I looked at it and I said, I'm not going to respond to him because I know that the minister knows the difference between what RADA is doing as an agency of the government and what a
Mm-hmm.
member of parliament does, in the same way that I
Hmm.
know the difference. So I'm not going to respond
Mm-hmm.
to it, you know. But it struck me because it's like, I don't want to take people to eat it.
Hmm.
And look here, you can't have a work 8 years and don't do nothing until your boss, the boss, which is the people, send your
Yes.
replacement. You say, all right, I'm ready for the work now. It's too late.
Mm-hmm. What
It's too
what
late.
what what is the plan you have for the elderly? Because some of them they have to send up in the son to get like a part program trip and halfpenny money. And they get a little chip and halfpenny. I know you don't understand chip and halfpenny. Not even I don't know this chip and halfpenny either. It's my grandmother I heard with it. To get little chip and halfpenny money for the pension. What do you have
Pension,
plans
right?
for your elderly in your constituency?
So I know the party has some plans generally for pension. So I don't touch on things like that because the party
Mm-hmm.
has some plans generally to make access easier for the elderly persons, you know. So I want to leave that part to them to
Mm-hmm.
explore and to share it with the public. But it's something that they've spoken about. You know, they want to make it easier for elderly persons and they want to increase it so that what it
Mm-hmm.
is that they're receiving, it can actually be lived on
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it not done same day.
Yes. And I think do they have plans for the you know people who are blind, dumb, and so forth? Or do
Of
you?
course, we have Senator Floyd Morris. Look
Mhm,
here now, man. We have Senator Floyd Morris. When I tell you that we have such an amazing team together,
mhm,
there is no grouping that is left out.
mhm,
There is no grouping that will feel as if they're not represented when we form the government.
mhm,
So when you talk about the disability community, the disabled community, we have Senator Floyd Morris. He's the first and only blind senator.
mhm, mhm.
You know,
You
and
you.
he's brilliant.
Mhm. How do you feel as a member of the People's National Party, a Jamaican by birth?
Sorry, I have
Oh
5 more minutes before I
yes,
have
I'm
to
gonna
go
get.
because I should have
Yes,
left Kingston at 7.
yes. A Jamaican by birth. How do you feel about other members of parliament, politicians saying that Mark Gold is not a Jamaican?
So Mark Golding, to my knowledge, the best of my knowledge, was born in Jamaica, raised in Jamaica. As far as I know, he went to Mona Prep. He went to
Mhm,
Campion High. Those who are not, who are saying he's not Jamaican, I think they should be speaking about Siaga, who was not Jamaican. So I think I don't know the mind games that them kind of trying to play, like them think we don't research and we don't know
mhm,
what's going on. I don't know. They're playing mind games and I don't want to
mhm.
play with them.
Yes.
It's
Well,
that
you know,
simple.
you know why I asked that question, Miss Williams, is because
Mhm.
when you sit down and you see what is going on in the country, and you hear Jamaicans are saying, "No, you know, if I go back to England," it makes you think: Are we going down that trend again in this country
So
in
we
21st
we
century
they
Jamaica?
they are trying to go down that road, but we're not going down that road with them. We're taking the higher road. The gentleman was born and raised in Jamaica. Full stop.
Mm-hmm.
Full stop. You know, there's nothing else to it. They have persons on their side who was not born in Jamaica. They were born in
Mm-hmm.
England, and
Mm-hmm.
we are okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
They're Commonwealth citizens. They have given up their British passports. They are Jamaicans, and it's fine. We move. But
True.
Mark Golding was born and raised in Jamaica.
Mhm.
So it's not something that's up for discussion. It's not up for debate.
Right.
You can't debate where you're born. That, I mean, it just feels silly. It sounds silly.
It does.
Sounds silly.
I,
Sounds
I, I
silly.
I want you to talk to your people now as we wrap up with you. Wherever you're listening, watching from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean, if you're just joining us, we're speaking to the lovely Danishka Williams. She is the MP caretaker for Southwest St. Anne.
Yes.
Tell the people as you wrap up now, give them, talk to your people, talk to your constituency, talk to your Jamaican people as we wrap up.
So, to my lovely residents of Southwest St. Anne, I am here to show you the love that you truly deserve. Whether it is that you are a farmer, you are a young person trying to figure out what the next thing is that you need to do to ensure that you're able to change the lives of your family. You are a mother, you are a person who are sick and you have to travel the distance to go to the hospital because we don't have proper healthcare facilities in our constituency. Regardless of who you are in the constituency, I am here to serve you and to serve you well. So I want you to give me an opportunity to show you the love that you have shown me on the ground. So when that election is called, I want you to come out in your numbers and bring out your family members and support me, because the things I have planned in store for you regarding developing your community and your constituency, from access to water, proper roads, properly built roads, more infrastructure, more ways, and more ways in which you can put more money in your pocket so that whatever you get paid today, don't done today. I'm here to help you to grow and develop. So I'm looking for the opportunity and the chance to serve you as your member of parliament, the first female MP of Southwest St. Anne.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for coming onto the Mequitalk program. And don't
Thank
be
you
a
for having
stranger
me.
now. And I
Yes.
wish you all the best whenever that man called the
Thank you
election,
so
whenever the prime
much.
minister called
Thank
the
you so
election.
much.
I wish you all the best, and I
We're
hope
ready,
to.
We're ready.
I hope that on election night, because this program here, election night, will be a night to remember, because we're going to broadcast live, and I hope on election night I can telephone you and say, hey, congrats, talk to your people.
Don't know if you'll be able to get me because I'm going to have to drive to Kingston. But
On your way to Kingston.
I'm not leaving those boxes. I'm driving right behind them.
Oh, yes, please do. Please do. Please do.
But thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to coming again whenever I do have some time. So have a
Yes.
great night and the rest of your show.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. Thank you. That is the People's Member of Parliament. Well, the People's National Party, rather, MP candidate for Southwest St. Anne, Miss Denisha Williams. First time into politics, but grew up in politics from back in the days with O.D. Ramtali and Dr. Carl Blight and Senate Minister Maxine Henry Wilson. Thanking her for coming on. Our next guest will be, we're waiting, our next guest will be the Councilor Caretaker for the Duhaney Park Division. He's going to come on the program. He'll be the next person coming on the program. Let me look for his name here. He's going to come on the program next. We're waiting on him to come on. Wherever you're listening, watching from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean, this is the Mequitalk program. Normally, we have a current affair program every Monday night, and it's going to happen. But to facilitate, to end up having these people on, these two individuals on, to facilitate them, we had also have a program tonight. But come Monday night, return to the normal programming of the Mequitalk current affair program. Before we go any further, we want to say this to you all, that we're asking for the public's help. This young baby here is missing. We're asking for the public's help to find this little baby. The grandmother put him on a car this morning. We don't know if it's a taxi or what. Because the person said to the grandmother, I know you, man, I know you. And the grandmother put the baby on it in the car. When the grandmother called the principal of the school to say, oh, you're going to bring him home, apparently that did not happen. I want you to listen to a voice note from the principal pleading for this young baby to come home.
Good afternoon, colleagues. This is Miss Hansel from Bushy Park Basic School. I am asking you guys to share this picture of this little boy and the voice note for me. Just spread it around, guys. The little boy was supposed to come school this morning. His grandmother put him in a vehicle. She don't know the person, but the person apparently said that he knows her. So she sent the little boy with the person to take the child to school, and that was from after 8 this morning, about 8:30, about that time. And up until now, the little boy have not been seen. The child is 4 years old. His name is Shaquille Spence. And she said that the person drive a Mitsubishi four-door van. It's a burgundy van with stripes, with purple stripe and all different colors on the side of the van. So I'm asking you guys to share the picture along with the voice note, because the teacher I got a call at 1:12 to ask if I'm bringing home the child, and the child did not come to school this morning. So guys, I'm asking you to spread this like wildfire right now, because this is a very serious situation. So please, guys, share the message, share the pictures right now. Thank you.
The principal of the Bushy Park Basic School. You can hear the tears in her voice, pleading for this young baby to come home. Anyone out there in Jamaica who have seen this baby traveling around in a vehicle, we don't know if it's a taxi or what, please, in the name of God, do not harm this baby. Bring this baby home. Drop off this baby at the nearest police station. Anyone who see this baby, call the nearest police station. Call 911 or call a radio station or a TV station in Jamaica. Bring back home this baby. This child needs to come home. We're asking anyone out there to please bring back home this child. We're waiting for our other guests to come on. Waiting for the other guests to come on. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. It is now, it's 8 o'clock. He's supposed to come on at 8 o'clock. So the other guest is wherever you're listening, watching from around the world on the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the program. I tell you something, we're facing some challenging times in our country when it comes on to the crime and violence. Hold on there. Somebody saying that the child is home safely. Is that so? Him home safe? Do you have any proof to that? My good friend, one of the program directors of the Make We Talk program, Walking in Divine Purpose. Is there any way you can verify that for me, please, to see if the child is really home? I don't know if you can verify that for me. Okay, I am being told that they found him. I don't know if it's true. Let me check another situation, another system here to see if he's really home, if he's home safely. But before we do that, our next guest will be the Jamaica Labour Party, Joseph Gregory, Council Caretaker of the Duhaney Park Division. That's Councilor Caretaker of the Duhaney Park Division, Joseph Gregory. He will be our special guest this evening at 8 o'clock. We're waiting for him to come on. We just had Miss Denisha Williams, MP Caretaker for Southwest St. Anne. She just came on and gave us her plans for her constituency when she do win the next general election as MP. Yes, let me check this here to see if the news is saying, or the police in Jamaica is saying, that the child has been returned home safely. Let me see something here. Oh Lord have mercy. There is some other news coming into us that we have to break to you all.
This is Make We Talk Breaking News.
There is some news coming into us that the St. Catherine North Police have imposed a 48-hour curfew in section of the division. The St. Catherine North Police have imposed a 48-hour curfew in section of that division. And that includes Spanish Town and its environs. So a 48-hour curfew have been imposed in section of the St. Catherine North Police Division. And this curfew begun at 6 p.m. on Friday will remain in effect until Sunday, January 26th at 6 p.m. rather. So that's where we're having it here now. The St. Catherine North Police Division has imposed a 48-hour curfew in some section of that division. I wonder if they think that all of this curfew is going to assist or going to stop the stem of the level of crime in our country. Okay, I'm searching for the if there is anything about this baby here. Please share, like up this live feed, share this live feed. I won't go into that. Share up this live feed here. I am not seeing anything about the baby. Not seeing anything about the baby here. Apparently, the Jamaica Labour Party. You remember this man they call George, right? Was alleged that it was him beating somebody in a viral video. It's alleged it was him. We can't prove it was him. Apparently, Sir George Wright is applying again for his position within the Jamaica Labour Party. His application was sent to the chairman, or the general secretary rather, the general secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party. So maybe he'll get back his position there. We just want to ask, okay, I am not seeing anything here. All I'm seeing is curfew all over the place. Curfew here, curfew there. There's a situation going on in Haiti that don't look good. It do not look good. Apparently, the Jamaica Defense Force is in full force in Spanish Town. Wow. There is some members of parliament who have on both sides of the fence who have not attended parliament in a long time. Have not attended parliament in a long time. And they're still collecting taxpayers' money. $3 trillion of taxpayers' money is unaccountable for. And we hear nothing about it.
always
Not a word about it. Sorry about that. Not a word about that. I'm not seeing anything about the baby being found. So until I can find it, I can't say anything about it. $3 trillion of taxpayers' money gone down the drain. Anyway, waiting on the gentleman to come on to talk to him about his division. He's a council in the Duhaney Park division. We're going to ask him, you know, what type of work is he doing in that division and so forth, and what plans they have for that division. So we're waiting on him to come on. Hopefully he does. He promised us faithfully he come on. You know, a lot of people get cold feet when they want to come on this program, you know. I don't know why they're getting cold feet. But sometimes they get cold feet and don't come on. Anyway, until he comes on, what we can do... Oh, Lord. That's good. What we can do, we can open up the phone lines until he comes on. For us to tell us... you can call in and tell us what you think about Denisha Williams, who is running as the Member of Parliament for South West St. Anne. To me, she's a brilliant young lady. A brilliant young lady. When you hear her speak at her presentation, you know, you said, yes, this is the next young lady who's going to turn Jamaica around. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of people are saying that to themselves, say, yes, she is good for it. The number to call is 954-529-8030. Until we get our guests to come on, we can open the phone lines that you can call in. 954-529-8030. That's the numbers there to call into the program. 954-529-8030. Let us put it around along here. Yes, take it off here. There you go. That's the numbers to call into the program. I don't know if they ever found that young baby, you know. I don't want to say they didn't find him, and I don't want to say they found him, because it doesn't, I don't have any proof to that. Not that I don't believe my students, you know, but I love to get concrete evidence. I don't know if they found him. Let me do something here. Let's see if we can find out if they have found that poor little baby. Because I don't know what's wrong with these people. I don't know why we have so much predators in Jamaica. And that is why I keep on saying to people, you know, that's why I keep on saying to people that Jamaica have a tendency of, when people get themselves in trouble anywhere around the globe and they're sent back to Jamaica, our governments don't really, in a sense of, monitor them. There's no monitors, there's nothing to monitor them at all. They're just let loose in society. And that should not be. That should not be at all. But that's what is going on. That's what is going on. Well, there's so many other things to speak about. I see we're in they're selling some stake in the Northwest Highway. Is it that Jamaica gone broke? Why they're selling out everything? Huh? They're selling everything out. They're trying to figure out what is going on in this country. Why is it they're selling out everything? I want to show you something here, though. Let me find it here. Let me go into something here. Let me go into something else here until we can get our guests to come on. Let me go into something here. I can't show it to you. I just can make you listen to the audio of it. The Prime Minister was speaking to the residents of St. Catherine to assist the police. Listen to this. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging residents to assist the police in ridding Spanish Town of gangs. Listen to what the Prime Minister said.
If you help the police, if you cooperate with the government strategy in helping us to clear the space of this threat, more investments will find its way to your community, not just from the government, but from the private sector. Spanish Town has incredible opportunities. Spanish Town has an incredible history. It has great commerce and great potential for development, but it is all being suppressed by gangs and crime. I take this opportunity to appeal to the law-abiding citizens of Spanish Town, not to support the gangs, not to be enlisted in their activities. This is finally an opportunity for the liberation of Spanish Town and indeed other communities.
Commanding Officer of the St. Catherine North Police Superintendent Hopeton Nicholson says Spanish Town has been reopened. In other words, they open Spanish Town now. It's all open. You can go back there and shop and everything like that. Listen to what he's saying.
As far as I'm aware, it has returned to normalcy. Commuters are going about their business. Transport operators are using the various transport centers. Businesses are open right across the town, and things appear normal. The increased police military deployment, that is also evident in the town, and we are just here to ensure that citizens go about their lawful businesses unimpeded. The general area, I just want you to understand that a lot of what was reported yesterday was blown out of proportion, and I think social media multiplied the gravity of what was happening there. There was no violence at all yesterday, in the last night, no violence reported to us. I just wanted that to be clear. So it is just out of abundance of caution, people withdrew, but the threat level against the general citizen was not high. We are aware that the threat level against police, that threat level is high, but the general Spanish Town area is calm and back to business as usual. We are still here in large numbers, and we will be here right throughout the weekend. I can tell you that much.
So what about Isaac? What about Isaac? I don't understand why you asking that question, Cherry. What about Isaac? Isaac, as far as I'm concerned, Isaac is well. The last time I spoke to Mr. Buchanan, he was doing well. So here they're talking about Spanish Town is back to normal. It's back to normality. It's back to normal, you know. Sorry. We're still waiting on our guest to come on. It's now 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. Our guest will come on at, he said at 8 o'clock. Still waiting on him to come on. There has been some schools in Spanish Town had to close their doors today. And I want you to listen to what happened.
Good thing you can't stop us. I want phone call me make you dead already. What are people them dead here?
Which phone call? Your phone?
Come auntie or foreigner make sure call someone out. What are people them dead here?
Listen to the money.
Wait, this is my police soldier. My better, three better soldier. Hi. Words, baby, words. Oh, you mean kill? Take up your bag and come go home. Come go home.
The voices of two primary school boys in Spanish Town, one in grade 3, the other in grade 5. They were threatening each other with murder. I sought to de-escalate the tension between the two youngsters, sending them home. Principal of Spanish Town Primary School, Roger Curlew, says the sentiments expressed by the boys is a constant reality for schools located in the crime-riddled communities around Spanish Town. He says the positive attitudes taught at school is being challenged by negative attitudes in the communities.
Yes, sir, I know what to do, but I can't go back into the community, sir, and move like a soft as, because if I do that, the boys them there, sir, we think, so boy, me a soft as, and they can beat me up and thing. But I know the right thing to do, but I just have to put on a face and go back home.
Principal of Jonathan Grant High, Kevin Wittick, says too many children in the troubled community are living with the trauma of violence.
They have to come into school and they have to deal with the situation. They have this trauma to live with, and they will pop up sometimes at school because these cases have to be dealt. We can't allow our little children to be living like, and so we have to do a number of things just to ensure that we can get them focused in schools. Again, the shift system, they only have 5.5 hours with us during the day. So everything that we have done is just for that year. They have gone back to their respective homes and communities and go there live again.
Principal Curlew says he has had to resort to a military approach to maintain order and discipline in his school.
I have been at Spanish Town Primary for 3 years and 5 months, and what I have done is to read. I'm using a military approach around the school. Based on where the school exists, you cannot use any other type of leadership. It means that the rules of the school that are written in the handbook, the parents have to be reminded of it. They have to purchase the handbook, and the parents were told that as one of the rules from the handbook, any child that is caught with any sort of substance or weapon, ganja, knife, any sort of weapon of the sort, the parents should have to come because it is straight suspension.
Both principals are appealing to the Education Ministry for more resources to help tackle the growing social ills. Robian Williams for Nationwide News.
Now you hear these two students threatening each other? You hear these two little boys threatening each other? The reporter from Nationwide, Robian Williams, has to break it up and say, gonna go home on a yard. Listen to some more of this. This is where our country has gone, you know. Where young people, young little boys, are threatening each other, then they'll kill them, and him papa this and the uncle that. Listen to this.
Good thing you can't stop us. I want phone call me make you dead already. What are people them dead here?
Which phone call? Your phone?
Come auntie or foreign and make sure you call someone or what are you?
You hear? Call the uncle or foreign, my uncle to call somebody. You see where this country is going?
People them dead here.
Listen to the man. Look.
The whole of people them dead. When him take up his phone and call the uncle or foreign, and the uncle call who's going to call out you, the whole of people them dead. A little boy send the next little boy that. May God have mercy upon us. We can't blame government for this, you know.
It's soldier. My brother, three brother soldier.
Hi. Words, baby, words. Oh, you mean kill? Take up your bag and come go home. And come go home.
The voices of two primary school boys in Spanish Town, one in grade 3, the other in grade 5. They were threatening each other with murder. I sought to de-escalate the tension between the two youngsters, sending them home. Principal of Spanish Town Primary School, Roger Curlew, says the sentiments expressed by the boys is a constant reality for schools located in the crime-riddled communities around Spanish Town. He says the positive attitudes taught at school is being challenged by negative attitudes in the communities.
They say, sir, I know what to do, but I can't go back into the community, sir, and move like a staff, because if I do that, the boys them there, sir, we think, so boy, me a staff, and they can beat me up and thing. But I know the right thing to do, but I just have to put on a face and go back home.
Principal of Jonathan Grant High, Kevin Wittick, says too many children in the troubled community are living with the trauma of violence.
They have to come into school and they have to deal with the situation. They have this trauma to live with, and they will pop up sometimes at school because these cases have to be dealt. We can't allow our little children to be living like, and so we have to do a number of things just to ensure that we can get them focused in schools. Again, the shift system, they only have 5.5 hours with us during the day. So everything that we have done is just for that year. They have gone back to their respective homes and communities and go there live again.
Principal Curlew says he has had to resort to a military approach to maintain order and discipline in his school.
I have been at Spanish Town Primary for 3 years and 5 months, and what I have done is to read. I'm using a military approach around the school. Based on where the school exists, you cannot use any other type of leadership. It means that the rules of the school that are written in the handbook, the parents have to be reminded of it. They have to purchase the handbook, and the parents were told that as one of the rules from the handbook, any child that is caught with any sort of substance or weapon, ganja, knife, any sort of weapon of the sort, the parents should have to come because it is straight suspension.
Both principals are appealing to the Education Ministry for more resources to help tackle the growing social ills. Robian Williams for Nationwide News.
I must say thanks to one of the producers of this program here, Walking in Divine Purpose. Thank you for your work. Apparently, the child is back home, but the driver took the child to the wrong school. The child was supposed to go to the Bushy Park Basic School. Apparently, the child went to a different school. And of course, they put everybody in a frenzy searching for this child. I don't know if this gentleman here, Mr. Joseph Gregory, who is the caretaker councilor, or council caretaker for the Duhaney Park Division. I don't know if he's going to come on because it is now 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. I sent him a message and no answer from him. He promised me faithful that he'll come on. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. Let me take a quick commercial break and see if I can get a hold of the gentleman here. Don't go anywhere, people. Just bear with us, please. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back. How can we take a break? And yeah, let's use this.
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful, nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote.
Somebody was asking in the chat room why the parents did not have a direct driver for that baby like other parents does or do. Let me say something to you. Isn't everybody in Jamaica can afford a tin of dirty girl, you know? Or a tin of tin mackerel. And they call it shakeout. Some of these parents can't even afford a bottle of water for their children. And some parents have the luxury having a direct driver to take the child to and from school. Some have to go work to make ends meet. Leave it with the grandparents to help them out. And some of the grandparents have arthritis like myself here. And the poor grandparents, some of them don't understand certain things. None of a Jamaican have the luxury. None of a Jamaican have the luxury. And for us all to think that, what I must say though, I'm happy that the child is back home though. I am so happy that the child is back home. So happy. We're going to take a quick break. The gentleman is going to come on in the next 5 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. Please don't go anywhere. The Jamaica Labour Party Councilor Caretaker for the Duhaney Park Division will be next as our guest. We'll be back.
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go out and vote. Go and vote. Go and vote.
Go out and vote. Whether we like it, yes or no, go out and vote. When the time comes for you to vote, go out and vote. Our next guest will be Joseph Gregory, Duhaney Park Division, Council Caretaker for that division. He'll be coming on to speak to us some more about the work that he's doing in that constituency. Waiting on him to come onto the program here. In the meantime, we're gonna meantime for him to come on, we're gonna do this until he gets in. You know that the former president of the United States, Joseph Biden, had given a presidential pardon to Jamaica's first national hero. And I want you to listen to something here from Steve Golden. Listen to this, please.
Let me bring you in here, Stephen Golding. You told our listeners to the morning program today that this isn't the first presidential pardon granted to Garvey, and President Coolidge did so back in 1927. And you also said Garvey was the one who advocated for that pardon. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely, Cliff. Remember, and good evening to your listeners. Good evening, Congresswoman Clark, and congratulations. You know, the term for it is an executive grant of clemency. This is a presidential pardon. And Calvin Coolidge issued one in 1927, which commuted Garvey's sentence, immediate release with one caveat of immediate deportation. So, you know, a pardon, it says we are, you know, it's an unconditional pardon given for a crime committed against the United States government. Mm-hmm. So Garvey didn't receive parole, but he did receive a pardon in terms of not having to serve out the full 5 years of his sentence. So I'm glad the Congresswoman understands that the road doesn't end here, and that the path to an exoneration is not through the office of the President of the United States, but through the United States Congress. Mm-hmm. I think the victory in this can only be achieved if we use the awareness created by Biden's move to encourage the Congress and to motivate the Congress towards completing that exoneration. But it's a difficult path, and one that, Congressman Rangel in the 80s attempted to no success.
Yeah. And Congresswoman Clark, the mobilization, yes, will that now taper off or intensify to push towards exoneration?
I believe it will intensify. We know that the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey was falsely convicted of a crime he did not commit. We know that the path forward must include congressional action to completely exonerate the Honorable Marcus Garvey. So I will continue to take all necessary action to clear his name, to deliver justice and closure for his descendants in particular, but all of us who recognize the value of his leadership and, quite frankly, addressing an injustice that took place over 100 years ago, but continues to reverberate throughout our criminal justice system here in the United States. We're focused, and we recognize that it may be a long road ahead, but this is not a sprint. This is a relay. And until we receive that justice, we will continue to introduce legislation, to press for hearings, and to go through the process that will yield ultimately his exoneration.
Stephen Golding, you also seem to have some of the granular evidence to indicate that Garvey was fraudulently prosecuted. If you will, tell us about that.
I'm glad you bring that up, Cliff, because since October of last year, we've been doing screenings of the first movie made on Marcus Garvey, the first narrative film. In fact, I am sitting in a vehicle with the writer and the lead actor who plays the role of Garvey, Samuel Lee Fudge. Now, we have just premiered it in Montego Bay on Saturday. That film, which is entitled Mosiah, and listeners can look at the trailer at mosiahthemovie.com, focuses specifically on Garvey's trial. And a lot of research was done and put into making it. And, part of the evidence that I spoke of earlier today, begins with the 1919 communication from J. Edgar Hoover, which, during the time of the Red Scare, as they called it in the United States, where Edgar Hoover was looking to lock up anybody affiliated with communism, any agitators or radicals. His eyes were set on a young Jamaican named Marcus Garvey, who had become, the voice of the people coming out of Harlem in New York City, particularly the Negro people of the world, as Garvey referred to them. And in that 1919 communication, Hoover says he has not yet committed any crime, but we are looking for a reason to have him deported from the country, to get rid of him. That's 4 years before Garvey is charged with mail fraud. And at the time that Garvey was charged with mail fraud, it was himself and 4 other directors of the Black Star Line, right? It was 26 charges. At the end of the trial.
One moment, please. One moment, please. Mr. Gregory, I just sent you the link, sir. That's a link for you to come and just send to your WhatsApp. Let's continue listening to what Stephen Golding had to say.
They could only find one person guilty, being Marcus Garvey, and they could only convict him on one charge. Right? 9 members of the jury refused to come back with a verdict, and they were prodded and coerced by the judge to come back with a guilty verdict against Garvey. We know this because when Garvey was incarcerated, they wrote to the United States President Calvin Coolidge at the time, each of them signing a petition for Garvey's sentence to be commuted and for him to be released. So there, law students can go over it. I know it's 100 years, so we can't expect a court to exonerate him, particularly because he has passed. And this is why it takes an action from the United States Congress, from the highest legislative body of the land. And I'm sure Congresswoman Clark is well versed on this. She's familiar with that letter from J. Edgar Hoover. She's familiar with the situation of the case, the juror signing a petition for Garvey to be pardoned. We know this, and I just don't understand why it has taken so long. Marcus Garvey, as of yesterday, I think, becomes the third prominent black man to receive a posthumous pardon. And U.S. presidents were not even issuing posthumous pardons until Bill Clinton did so in 1999. The first one was issued to Lieutenant Henry Flipper, the first black man to graduate from West Point, the first black man to be appointed an officer in the U.S. Army when he was stationed with the Buffalo Soldier. And he was framed to make it seem as if he stole from the U.S. commissary and was given a dishonorable discharge. It took his family decades to try and clear his name. And even in the issuing of the pardon that Clinton says, it still says, you know, we are pardoning you for crimes committed against the United States. And this is this real sticking point why people must realize that a pardon is not what we are seeking. It has to be an exoneration which admits to Garvey's innocence. It admits to the fact that Garvey was targeted and framed by the government. And in the case of any exoneration, such as the Central Park 5 a few years ago, in the case of any exoneration, the government will then have to be prepared to have discussions about reparations, or whether that includes compensation, and for whom or for what.
Wow. Is the Americans prepared to do that at all, Sir Golden? We're still waiting on. I keep on sending him the link, but I don't know what's going on. Let's bear and let's see if he's gonna come on. Let's hope he's gonna come on. But I would love to get some more. What should I say? Some more some more words from Sir Stephen Golden pertaining to all of this. For all of this, because Marcus Garvey, as what you just heard, was pardoned before, was exonerated before. Okay, what's going? Oh, here it is. Hello, sir.
Yes, good night.
The black light midnight man. What's going on? I can't see at all. Turn on your camera.
I'm currently on the road. I'm heading home.
Oh, you're currently heading home?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the program.
I must say thanks for you for the invite, and Steve for the invite, and good night to all your listeners and participants.
Yes, and viewers from the Make We Talk program here on YouTube. For those who are just joining us, we're speaking to Mr. Joseph Gregory, the Councilor Caretaker for the Duhaney Park Division. Tell me something, sir. You're in charge of the Duhaney Park Division?
Well, I am the caretaker.
Well, the caretaker, yes. So tell me the plans.
I am not the elected representative. I am the caretaker, and I represent the Jamaica Labour Party.
Okay. So tell me the plans you have for that area as a councillor.
Well, infrastructural development. As you know, roads, especially in the New Haven area, we have had the road maintenance in there for the longest while. The gully, the drainage system, the gully that run along Washington Boulevard, it's next to nothing, basically. I don't know if you see a video recently, I think it was Wednesday, of a crocodile that was found in the vicinity of 6 Mile Duhaney River area there. So that would need maintenance. That for one, upliftment of the youth, employment for the youth I currently maintain the Ferry Basic School.
Yes.
So that would be a part of the plan, the basic schools in the Duhaney Park division. I would definitely put something in my budget for the maintenance and upkeep of these schools.
So tell me something now. Tell me something now. Before I go to the schools, let's talk about the roads in the constituency.
Well, I wouldn't go all the way to the constituency. I would more focus on my division, which is Duhaney Park division.
Well, the Duhaney Park division, I meant to say. Sorry, the Duhaney Park division.
Yes.
There are some roads in Duhaney Park that is not even a trailer can't drive on those roads.
Not even a donkey cart.
Oh,
You would have to change the shoe and the donkey every day or 2 times a day. This is how bad the roads are, especially in the New Haven area.
Go ahead.
Yes, man, especially in the New Haven area. As I said earlier, these roads haven't been fixed or maintained for the longest while. I have been going into Duhaney Park for about 15 years old, and I can tell you, I am way double that age now, if I can say. And there are roads there that haven't been maintained for the longest while. We over 20 years. We over 30 years.
My God.
You know, so you can just think about it. You know, no reason. It's rain, mainly a track. When the rain fall, if the rain drizzle, I can tell you, if the rain drizzle, everywhere flood. You know.
So tell me something though. You are running in that seat as councillor.
Yes.
And the party you're running as councillor for is the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, isn't that so?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So you're saying to me that area is Anthony Hilton is the MP for that area?
Yes, Mr. Hilton is the MP.
Oh Lord. I've been hearing some things about Anthony. You know, Anthony, I need to give you a call. So your party is having a part program or spark program going on over $40 billion to fix road?
Yes, that is correct.
So can't you speak to them and say, okay, give some? Although I know you're just caretaker, council caretaker, but can't you speak to the minister of road, the goodly Nestor Morgan, and say, come on, Nestor man, the roads in this area look like when donkey they run.
All right. Well. Funds for, as you know, funds would only go through the member of parliament and the councillor, the elected representative. Unless you're elected, you are not. You can't spend taxpayers' money. You know that's against the law in Jamaica. Where I could go to the minister and say, "Boy, give me some tool road to fix." Then that would cause that would cause a lot of problem. You know, that would be interesting. That would cause a lot of conflict. Because remember, you have other council caretakers and MP caretakers, and if I am getting funds for rehabilitation and roads or for maintenance of road or for drain cleaning or whatever, then a lot of questions will be asked.
Wow. So your plans for that division then, if you should win the council seat, your plans for that division is what?
Yes, man. I said getting the road network together, the drainage, the gully cleaning, river trading, because the Duhaney River is also a part of the Duhaney Park division. That is in dire need of maintenance. You know, that's a major factor. In the Duhaney Park area. And as you know, the division stretches all the way up to Belvedere, Cypress Hall. So we also have some rural communities in there, and farming is another aspect, something I'll definitely get into. You know, because we have a lot of farmlands and things like that especially for persons living on the hill. You know, chicken rearing, goat, pigs, things like this.
So let me
that
ask you
could
a
also
question though.
contribute to it.
Let me ask you a question though. Every soul in a politics or would try into politics give people fowl for raise, chicken for raise. It's such a big demand for chicken in Jamaica.
Well, chicken is the most eaten meat, consumed meat in Jamaica. Yeah, when you think about chicken, you think about Jamaica. Every fast food restaurant does chicken. 90% of household on a Sunday does chicken.
Okay.
If right now it's a Friday evening in Jamaica, I can tell you every jerk pan and every corner is lit. They don't have hand to sell chicken here. So if you have community members, people rearing chicken, then a problem. And this is another way of employment for persons. You know, you have elderly people that can't go to work. If you can provide some form of employment for them to chicken rearing, then that's a good, good enough support. You have youngsters here. Farming in Jamaica on a whole is a very good thing, because we depend on our farm and our farm produce, very much.
Let me ask you this question though. As you traverse your division, what is the major dire need that the division need? Apart from roads.
I would say apart from road, we have water issue. We have issue with water. One, employment for the youth, youthful mind. We need to get them in a place where they can be more of a man or a woman of tomorrow. So these are some of the things that we would really need to approach other than fixing a road. Yeah, there are other needs, but if you don't fix the mind of the youth, then I can guarantee you that most things you won't get to fix them if you can't fix the mind of the youths, because the youths are the future. You have to get them in a place of growth. Get them in a place where they can work to change the way of life, the way of thinking.
Wow. So your plans for that division is basically to help the youths and make sure they're okay. What about the elderly in your division?
Yeah, man. And this is the thing, once you reach out to the youths, then automatically you will have the elderly. Because if you have the youths that are thinking positively, then they're starting to think love. And then once you have love spreading across a society, then automatically it will become good and it only can bear good fruits. And of course, we need the elders to guide the young minds. Of course, we have persons there that really need help when in regards to the elderly folks. And I have currently have a small outreach program where I reach out to them. I can do it on a broad scale, but I do as much as I can with what resources I have. So I do try to assist the elderly.
So do you get resources from your party to help, or just spending your own money?
No, I don't get resources. As I said earlier, Councilor Caretaker does not spend taxpayer money, so I don't get resources.
No. Hold on, Sir Gregory. I'm not asking if you get taxpayers' money to spend, I'm asking if your party, forget about government, your party, the Labour Party. Okay. Okay. So you're what give you the idea then? What makes you want to get into politics then?
All right. I started out merely at about 15 years old. When I was younger, my father was a pastor in my community, and it's the same thing there, same division.
Doing the part division.
Yes, it wasn't doing the part division at that time. It was transferal division.
Okay.
But when the constituencies, when they did the regrouping the constituency, we were sent to the Duhaney Park. We sent on the Western and become a part of the Duhaney Park division. Now, when I was young, me and my father was a pastor. I used to have a lot of people around me, young people, old people, everybody. So I always have love, special love for people. Now, while growing up, I thought that politics was something that could help. Now, my community that I grew up in was a majority PNP. From a tender age, I always take a look at how community perform before I even know government's work. Look at the government, communities and leaderships of community and things like this. Now, my community, as I said earlier, was a majority PNP community, and I've never ever seen anything. Not that I've never seen anything good come out of my community, but politically, I've never really seen the community reaping any benefits. I have instances where I wouldn't mention here now, but I can tell you. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to join the Jamaica Labour Party. And of course, I also joined it because I think politics was a way to help people. The representative at that time used to come in the community, and they always have a little man here, a little man there, doing things, so and expecting those persons to take care of the needs of the community, and that wasn't happening at that time. So I said, guess what, go on. If that's the case, well, I'm going to join the other party and see what good I can get out of it. So that was me.
What you're saying then, that the People's National Party has been asleep at the wheel for a long time then?
Well, I can say so.
Oh Lord. Because I'm getting report that the member of parliament Duhaney Park has been a place that not even the pigs who they want to raise won't even walk on the road. Because
it's not very
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's in need of dire maintenance. Not unless we're not saying it's not everywhere in Duhaney Park, Remember, the roads need to be fixed if we're going back to roads. But it's not everywhere in Duhaney Park is in that condition, if I can be totally honest.
Yes.
But there are places in there that are, I can tell you, it's way below the standard of living. Sorry, but people have to be living there. And there are more than one communities.
So all what is going on in Jamaica now, in the entire system when it comes on to politics, you really want to enter politics to help people?
Well, I am already in there. I am not a person that plan to fail. Or fail to plan. And once I'm in it for the whole good, of the community, of the people, development, of the young minds. I try to do my best. I try to do my best to help in any way I can. So I don't start to stop.
So don't people ask you that you're joining you're part of a party that is involved in $3 trillion gone down the drain that could have helped fix the road? Is that not accountable for? People don't talk to you about those things.
No. I don't get involved. When you say 3 trillion.
Aren't you aware of the $3 trillion is accountable for?
Yeah, man. Repeat that. That chocolate was passing.
Aren't you aware that the Auditor General report is saying that $3 trillion is accountable for? Aren't you aware of that?
Well, not that I'm not aware of it, but I wouldn't venture in that currently.
Oh. Well, I won't press you too much on that because you're a member of the government. You're you're trying to be a part of the higher in another word, you're trying to enter the council seat. But what I'm saying is this, that a lot of Jamaicans are saying that that same money you're trying to represent them as being a councillor. That same money could have assisted them in fixing the roads in certain parts of Jamaica and in Duhaney Park too. You don't think so?
All right, let me say. I don't know all and slowly how the council or the member of parliament would function with funds given to them or allocated to them. What I know though is that I think 20 million or 25 million, somewhere thereabout, is given to the member of parliament each year for CDF, Constituency Development Fund. And I would think, separate and apart from whatever the council would get from the various municipalities to do works in the community of each division. So I know that some of the funds is granted to do projects within the different divisions and constituencies. Now, as I said earlier, I don't know the member of parliament's budget they are spending, but I know that money is granted to do work in each division.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't know, and I wouldn't say, it's not in my.
All right.
As I say, I'm not.
Let me ask a different way then. As a Jamaican citizen, you're not into no politics, but as a Jamaican citizen, aren't you concerned of the level of corruption and the level of nepotism and cronyism going on in the country?
All right, corruption and what landscape?
You don't see the corruption going on in the country, sir?
No, I can't answer that regarding the corruption in the country.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot answer that regarding the corruption.
And you can't answer as a Jamaican citizen that you're concerned that the Auditor General report is saying that $3 trillion of taxpayers' money is accountable for. You can't answer that either as a Jamaican citizen? Are you refuse to answer that question?
No, I refuse to answer that question.
Oh, because you're a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, sir?
No, it's not only that. It's not because I'm a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Uh-huh.
It's not because I'm a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. If I don't have information or proper information,
so let me ask you,
I will not give an answer to the question.
Let me ask you a question, sir.
Uh-huh.
You don't read the Jamaica Gleaner?
Yes, I read the Gleaner.
So you don't see it in the Gleaner. You don't hear it on the news that the Auditor General of Jamaica is saying that $3 trillion is unaccountable for across various government ministries.
Well, that is all right. So when you're referring to a government ministry, I would leave that to the ministry to resolve whatever issue they have.
No. I am asking you, sir, as a Jamaican citizen, aren't you concerned that Jamaica's Auditor General is saying that $3 trillion is unaccountable for? As a Jamaican citizen, aren't you concerned about it? Forget that you're running for the Labour Party as councillor.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you concerned about that, sir?
Well, if money is missing for the upliftment and development of my country, then I am going to be concerned, of course.
But you're saying if money is being missing, it is in the Auditor General report is saying it. You can go to the JAMP website. It's on JAMP website if you don't know.
Well,
and read about it.
What I guess I'll have to do, I'll have to check it to get my update. But I will not. I cannot answer that question currently.
But one will think that if you're running as a council for the constitution for doing it part division or whatever, if you're into politics, one will think that you'll be abreast of everything that's going on in the country, sir.
No, and no one can be abreast of everything that is going on in the country or in the constituency.
Why?
Or in the division.
Why?
You're dealing with a division of 15,000 or 14,000 persons. You will have incident that will pass you somewhere along the line. There's no one man that can know everything up front and personal. No one man. Something will pass you along the way. So you'll have things that you'll have to catch up on. Am I correct?
You have a point there, but I mean, I would believe that a person who is entering representation politics would be abreast of what is going on in the country.
Yes, but you wouldn't be abreast of everything. You know, you wouldn't be abreast of everything.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm abreast of everything going on in Jamaica because I'm a Jamaican citizen and I'm concerned about my country.
Yes.
And if I decide to enter representation politics, I have to be abreast of everything.
I am not abreast of everything.
You sound like to be you're a very young man.
Well, I guess I am young in flesh.
But old in body.
I can say so.
Oh, you're in your 30s?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Don't you think that Jamaica is going on a slippery path and a slippery slope, sir? With the level of crime. Okay, let me ask you this question then. As I said before, forget about that you're running as a JLP councillor, caretaker councillor. You're a Jamaican before you become a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, isn't that so?
Yes,
Okay. Aren't you concerned about the level of crime in our country, sir? Where 1,300 and something Jamaicans, no, 1,130 something Jamaicans were murdered last year. And come to this year now, 44 something Jamaicans were murdered. Aren't you concerned about the level of crime in our country, sir?
Yes, I am. Very much. Very, very much. I'm very much concerned about the level of
Hold on there for me. I have a call coming in. Hold on there for me. Good night, Miss Cherry. How are you doing?
Tonight?
I am live on air now, ma'am, talking to a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
That man, that guy, you see, I tell you, the JLP
Hold on, Miss P. As soon as I finish talking to him, you can call back and we can talk about it, okay?
Yeah, because I need to, yeah.
All right. So, Lord of mercy, help us. Yes, sir. So, aren't you concerned about the level of criminality in the country? Some time ago, this week here, a well-known gang member was gunned down in Spanish Town. Aren't you concerned about the level of criminality in the country as a young man growing up in Jamaica, sir?
Well, I'm concerned about the level of crime. Yeah, the crime monster is bad. Of course, the security forces is doing a tremendous job, you know, to try and stem that monster. I think they're doing a tremendous job.
Okay. Let me ask you this question then. As a Jamaican citizen, aren't you concerned about your prime minister having 28 bank accounts?
No, that's not a matter of mine. Anybody can have any amount of bank account that they want to have. I have 14 bank accounts and I'm only in my 30s. The amount of bank account you have, depending on the amount of money you have. From you're a business person, then you'll have multiple bank accounts. So
how much bank account you say I have 42?
No man, I have 14.
You have 14 bank account? Oh Lord.
Yes, man.
Oh Lord.
That don't determine how much money you have in your bank account. Bank accounts. You're doing business, so you need different accounts for business.
So aren't you concerned that the Prime Minister's declaration cannot be certified?
No, I'm not concerned about that.
Why?
It's not a concern of mine. It's not a concern of mine.
As a Jamaican citizen, you're not concerned about that?
No.
Oh Lord. So you're okay that the Prime Minister of this country statutory declaration cannot be certified. You're okay with that?
To the Prime Minister's declaration, are dealing with that, and I will not cross that line.
No.
I don't think.
You a question.
Yes, I'm saying to you, I will not participate in that question where regards it could even be the leader of the opposition. You know, I'm not going to venture.
Well, let me tell you something then. Let me tell something to you. As a Jamaican, I am concerned about what's going on in my country. I'm concerned that we have gone down to the level of colorism in our country where we're saying one Jamaican is not a Jamaican. I'm concerned of a Prime Minister who said the question cannot be certified. I'm concerned that $3 trillion of taxpayers' money is unaccountable for across various government entities, and we hear nothing about it. While our roads in Duhaney Park and other parts of the country are in deteriorate condition.
Yes, but as I said earlier, we have member of parliament and we have councillors that funds are allocated to each year for.
And I'm aware of that.
All right. So and currently, I think we have programs in place that was put in place for the maintenance and of road and rehabilitation of road. You know, so and I am sure that you are aware of it, and things are being put right now. Roads in Jamaica are being patched. You have roads in Jamaica that are being maintained right now.
How much money is being spent for that?
I think you got the figure. You probably have more figure, the better figure than me.
No, man. You're a council caretaker of the Jamaica Labour Party, man. You should do all of these things. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm not asking you a question.
Yeah, but I am not. I might have to talk to the minister to get all the details and the amount of funds that have been spending or have been allocated to.
So you are telling me that when your party who's in government is having press release about all these things, you don't listen to them, sir?
I never said I didn't listen to them, you know.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Mr. Gregory?
Yes, man, I'm here.
The country is in a frenzy of its own. When you are telling me tonight that you don't know how much money is allocated to patch the roads in this country, according to you, because they're patching road now, you know, it's a beautiful thing. They're patching the roads all over the country with some mall and asphalt. No stone. Yes, sir?
Hold a second, mommy, please.
Okay. I don't think he wants to talk to me again, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm here. I'm just dealing. I'm on the road, you know, so I'm.
Okay, I know you're on the road, man. I know you're on the road. So you're saying to me that you don't know how much money is allocated to patch roads in Jamaica? So if a person in your division asks you now, although no money not come through you, but you're a councillor, you're supposed to know certain things. And someone said, "Yes, councillor, a councillor to be. How much money is allocated to fix roads?" You can't tell them?
Well, I could possibly give them a figure, of course.
So what is the figure? So why you can't give me a figure?
Eh?
Why you can't give me a figure?
Hold on a second. Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Say. So you have to call inside. Call the security inside.
Hold on there. Is that Nesta Margaret to come off the air?
Hold on a second, sir. What's the lock number?
You're live on air, you know. You're taking my program for a joke.
E41. Yes, sir.
You're live on air, you know. You want to come off now because I don't. You're busy at the moment, so you want to come off now?
So I was dealing with another. I was dealing with a client.
Oh, I thought it was the Prime Minister and Nesta calling to come off the program.
No, man.
Okay. So your people don't want to know how much money is allocated at all. You're not interested in that. Hello? I think we have lost the gentleman at all. I think we have lost him. My God. You're telling me that you're running for council and you don't want to know how much money is allocated for roads? The number to call in is 9545298030. Miss Cherry, you can call in now. Good night. Welcome to the Make We Talk program, Miss Kirkson Take Us Island.
Yeah, I think I had called your show before.
Uh-huh.
You had asked the gentleman that the premier declaration was not.
What premier asked questions?
The Prime Minister of Jamaica.
I asked the Prime Minister
Dr.
questions?
Holness. No, the guy who was on the show.
Uh-huh.
Do you ask him why the IC haven't certified his documents?
Right.
Okay. This is the question that I have to ask. Okay, if they have something to charge him, why haven't they charged him?
And I'm saying this to you, ma'am. It has not been verified. It is still before the court, isn't it?
No, not to my knowledge.
Oh.
But what I'm trying to say, right? If the IC has something to charge Dr. Andrew Holness with, why haven't they charged him? And they're not signing off on it. Is the IC playing games? Is the IC working along with the PNPs? It's something just isn't right.
So how the PNP get involved? How the PNP get involved in the declaration of the Prime Minister?
Because I feel like the PNP is working along with the IC.
In what way?
Because if they have something to charge him,
did you know? Are you aware that the Prime Minister was a part of the people who select the IC?
Yeah, and then I feel like the PNP buy them out.
Madam, do not come on my program and talk these things, please. We have no proof of
anybody. You talk it all the time on your program.
I beg your pardon?
But you talk all of this on your program all the time.
I talk a what?
But you talk all of this on your program all the time.
You hear me talk about the IC buying out anybody?
No, you're not going to say that because I know that you're campaigning for the PNP. But anyways. I think if they have something to charge him, charge him. If they can't find anything to charge him, then sign off on his
What proof do you have that I'm campaigning for the People's National
Party?
Party?
Because they had an international...
Answer the question. You come on the air this night. Answer the question. What proof do you have that I'm campaigning for the People's National Party?
It's obvious because they can't find anything to charge the man for.
You know what? It's people like you. It's people like you why this country is where this country is. Because you don't want to listen to anything. It's people like you. It's people like you. Why this country where this country is? Get off the phone. Don't call about my program. The hell you take this damn thing for? Welcome to the program, sir. Welcome back. Hello? Mr. Gregory?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, man.
Yeah, I am moving, so I am
yes,
lost
okay. You can wrap up now then. Let's wrap up. Tell us okay. You said the plans you're gonna have. So tell us and let's wrap up.
Yeah, man. As I said, infrastructure, the schools in the area, the youths, definitely. These are a few other things that I would really address.
Yes. All right, my friend. Thank you for coming to the program. Wish you all the best in your endeavors to become the council for the Gregory Park Division. Thank you. Duhaney Park Division, rather.
Duhaney Park.
Duhaney Park, yes. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, man. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Now, and yet, in my say road.
Good night, Miss Cherry. You're live on here. How you doing?
Yeah, this councillor boy here. Him just say how the
Say councillor young man, no boy, he's a young man.
Young man, how him run for councillor? What the hell is this? These type of people are represent people. Him do not know how much money. Him don't care how much money the prime minister want have, which it's not right. And him say him have 14 bank account. That mean go give him chance to win as councillor. Him a go have 50 or 28 like the prime minister.
Why would you think that, Miss Cherry? Why would you think that about the young man? Come on, man.
Because him say he have 14 already. So him a going there for 14 more.
But you and I can have 50, you know. You don't think so?
And then him not talking. Him say the road not even donkey can walk on the road. He'd have to change him shoe ball 2 times for a day. And him them money with 3 million we missing. It could fix the road. It could fix the hospital. It could fix school. There's so much that money could fix.
Hold on for me. That young lady who keep on calling from the Turks Island named Kerry, whatever her name is. Let me say something to you. Neither you, the Jamaica Labour Party, or the People's National Party can buy me out, and I am not for sale. So if you're for sale, don't let the whole world know that you're for sale. This program and this boy here is not for sale. Miss Cherry, continue.
Yeah, but them are the licky one where you can get them a box food with $5,000. Them won't go want a belly full, them not think about future. As I either watch a rerun when see how go same can get it done them big contract for them for live big and for them for now run now. One of them must go look for history where see how go say. So the little followers them will follow them do have nothing forget but a night dinner and little rum and boom as the minister said to say. Hey, look what people have to represent them. This is crap. That's why the country got on in a sinking sand. When you have councillor MP like these flies. You do any park road or myself or destroy and donkey can't ever walk on it. So the money we're missing. It could fix road. See a lady have her father in a hospital, one of them country hospitals, almost days now that man sit down in a wheelchair. Can't even get a bed, not even a stretcher, not even nothing in a hospital. I watch it today. That is so shameful. So that money could do a lot.
You know something, Miss Cherry? Miss Cherry, you know what concerned me when I asked the councillor caretaker to be? I said to him, $3 trillion of taxpayers' money is unaccountable for across government entities. Him saying to know about that.
You see him now answer him somebody in the background and tell him to come off of the phone. You never listen to that person tell him to come off of the line.
I heard
the other person tell him to come off of the line. Me I listen every word where they was talking about. What a disgrace. Look what this country come to. This man again I bring in law for people do DNA and all these things to people. There is so much. Them go release the sex acts where them man them are rape little kids and all these things. That is where them figure register and put them name up in America, Canada. and you do all molestation. You can't stay ground at school.
Yes, Miss
You
Sherry.
can't live in that area when he's a molester.
Miss Sherry, I have a next call coming in. Please. Miss Sherry? Call me back now. I have a next call coming in.
I call you back. Okay.
Good night. Welcome to the Talk program. You're live.
Yeah, my boss.
Well, go on. Turn off the TV in the background now.
Yeah. Just a call you do to me I listen to the program. Me I listen to the program and I hear the man there talk one whole heap of thing, you know? And me I say, my little thing when I want double down on in the program, I just make them know say, we all know say Jamaica Labour Party understand that. And the world know that. You see me? And the thing where you attack him about, me can tell you say, if it was a Mark Jefferson Golding as a Prime Minister and statutory declaration are certified, a roadblock in Jamaica.
Of course, because knowing Prime Minister Holness when he's opposition, if he can go and say it's a dark day in Jamaica, he will not sit in the parliament with Richard Hazan.
Yeah.
Then, you know.
Look at Richard Hazan. I just couple house that, you know. Just couple house.
But let me say something to you, though.
And the poor people get it.
Let me say something to you.
House.
Hold on there for me. Let me say something to you. You see, if we can think about our country, sir, and stop thinking about PNP and JLP, now our corners dark in this country, you know.
That a mash up the country, man. That a mash up the country. Because some people tell themselves that them are dieted and them not change. And some people tell themselves, say, yo, them get a thing, so them have to vote. You see me? But we can't tell you something, man. You see me? And that's true. I don't want to take it too far. But me I tell you, say, all of them road program you see them are going to Jamaica with. And just watch the whole of the road program done. When it done, and tell me if you see them make a pedestrian walking for your children. And tell me if you're going to Jamaica
not
now.
Not only that, hold on, man.
Man.
Not only that. Go and check the fire hydrants there, figure is no water in any of them.
Yeah, but me I tell you, there is not even a pedestrian sign in the road for chase you for cross. That robot long time. Nobody in the pass back with a little white paint and say me go paint it. And them think the road maintenance fund the opposition
a lot of people don't understand this program, you know.
Cause them not travel out of Jamaica, so them not sit one place and feel like everybody's the same thing.
Hold on there for me. They don't understand this program. Let me make something clear too now. It does not matter if it's a two-party. What I am saying, $3 trillion of taxpayers' money is unaccountable for, and we are not saying nothing because we are PNP, we not chat about it, because we are JLP, we not chat about it. These are the things I'm talking about. The health sector is in a crisis.
We can say something even better.
Go ahead.
Jamaica now got to talk about it. Because Jamaicans don't know what is taxpayers' money, and they don't know what taxpayers' money do. Because if one road fix, then things like government fix it. They don't even know what their money do. They don't even know about taxpayers' money. Let me tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you this for sure. You see me? Jamaican, every day I hear them get up and say, no new tax. And everybody laugh and jump. No country cannot run without tax. No country in the world. Check Canada is one of the countries where run the most tax. It's one of the countries you pay the most tax is Canada. And me can tell you, so why you think healthcare is free in Canada? Why you think your little picnic can go to school till 18 for free in Canada? Why you think every little picnic, then no business, if you work or you not work, the government send you money every month for your picnic in Canada? From your picnic born out to your mother, government are mining. Bus the fee for free. Everything today is for free. You see me I try to say to you? So how some people sit down and say they not pay tax. What them pay tax for? Them don't know where them pay tax for. That time I left 100 down the money and them don't know full money in your mouth. Because if one road fix and feel like 100 fix it, and of them taxpayers' money, if a man come run some pipe in campaign pan it and them feel like the man money pocket money fix it. They don't know where the money do. That's why when them say don't pay no new tax, them rejoice. But I know say when you pay tax, you better and your life will live better when you pay tax.
when the party say don't pay any new tax, that's a lie, you know. That's a lie from the pit of hell. They are paying taxes left, right, and center.
Oh God, let me say something to you. Uncle the Don Saloon and no lie. What price is for bread now? How much you want bread in Jamaica? Nearly $800. All depends on the size bread that you buy. And me can tell you to fund them money in the government. When them take over government, one bread for $250. And 2 bills and $250. All depends on the size and 3 bills. You see me? And you don't pay no new tax. When this government are coming, but you pay $400 for $800.
All right, my friend. Have a next call coming in. Thank you for calling in.
All right, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Good night. Welcome to Make It Talk program. You're live.
Mr. Tavares, good night, sir.
Turn off the thing in the background for me now, please.
Turn on the TV for me. Turn on the TV for me, please. 1 minute, Mr. Tavares. Turn it on quick. I'm on the air with you. I was listening. You talking to that man right now. I feel so good. That man sounds so right and so nice, and I was agreeing with that instead. But when you start to ask him certain questions, I realize he don't want to answer no question. He's like the guy now. He have all the plan, but he have the plan that he have is to steal. Give him all the money.
Hold on for me, sir. Georgia, hold on for me. You have on the TV in the background. It's affecting me in the studio
Turn on the
here.
TV, the man. I hear the TV. We can't find the remote.
Well, you have to move from where you are, so you're live on air.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if we can move from here. Yeah, what I was saying, I was listening to that guy that we were just talking to a while ago. Everything that he was saying was sounds so right and correct, and I give him thumbs up. But after you give it, he give you a break and you start to ask him questions. He refused to answer all the correct questions. He don't want to answer the question like the government should fix the road. He don't want to know how much. He don't know how much much money it will take, and several more questions that you ask him about the crime in the area and so on. He don't know anything about that. But all of him intention, he want to be a MP for the area.
No.
And give him money.
MP, a councillor.
A councillor, sorry man, yeah, he want to be a councillor for the area. All he needs is to get something. And he have how many bank books? 8 bank books onto account. He just want to have a thief too.
No, sir. You can't do that. You cannot do that, sir.
Oh.
You cannot come on here and call this young man a thief. I don't know if he's a thief. Don't do it.
All right, I apologize.
Don't do that, sir.
Okay.
I will not allow it.
All right, I apologize. He sounds very fishy.
I don't know if it sounds fishy or whatever. You can't do that, sir.
All right,
the young man said we do not know if he has 8 or 14 bank. He said it. But we don't know if we can't say the young man is a thief. We can't do that. No, I won't allow that.
I apologize for that. I would say 3 times now, make it 4 times.
Okay.
You come from the horse's mouth. But he sounds very tricky. He don't answer the right question anyway, it's what you ask.
Well, everybody have a right not to answer question or answer question, sir.
Yeah, but the real question, he started off so good and very intelligent. And he was so right and everything. But when you start to ask him certain things about the government and the corruption and things, he don't know nothing about it. He didn't check so far. Those things is right in your eye. Those are basic things where you can see right in your eye.
Well,
and he don't see that, he don't hear that, he don't know. Can't be trusted.
Well, I wouldn't say he can't be trusted. He, as I said to you, sir, everybody entitled to their own opinion. If he doesn't want to answer the question, he doesn't want to answer the question. Number one, hold on for me. Number one, this person who comes on here, he is a caretaker. You know what a caretaker is?
Yeah,
he's not a councillor.
Yeah. Just a mistake. Mm-hmm. When I wrong, I apologize. I don't want to be like me know it all. I don't know it all.
He's not a councillor, sir. He's a caretaker. He's working in the area to become a councillor in the next election, the next local government election.
Then you ask him the question again, if when the money that is spent in the area, if he get it from the government, he said no. Do you want you working to get some money for he can't give you a good answer towards that.
Let me say something to you again. If I decide to go home and run on whatever political party to get on a run on, you know, so sometimes you use your own money They don't give you no money at all?
I agree with that, but when you ask him a question, if he would need some money or
no, I
he
never
won't give.
I never asked if he needs some money.
Do you remember the question that you asked him?
I never asked if he needs any money, sir.
Did you remember the question that you asked him?
And I'm saying to you, I never asked if he needed any money.
You didn't ask him what kind of money he would want if he's supposed to develop the area or help out people.
I never asked him that question, sir. Okay. What I said to him, in order for you to get to what you want to do, then he went on and said to me that councillors don't get any money.
Right.
It's earmarked from the MPs. The MPs have to trickle down the money to the councillors. He can't get any government money because he's not a part of the government, he's not a part of the opposition either.
Did you ask him more or less if he should do oh God, how I'll say it again now. You know what, make a leave that point for I get myself mixed up. But I hear it was sound so good and I see where he was missing from the subject what you asked him. He don't want to answer. And it seemed like somebody was in the back and tutor him at the same time.
He said he was on the road, so I don't know if he was on the road helping Nesta fixing the road.
I could hear, if you should play the thing up, I could hear somebody tutor him. Like somebody call him or somebody beside him tutor him. And he get confused. Just like me right now.
So you getting confused?
I say something, what happened at start very good, and then when you said, I said something a while ago, and it wasn't, you said it's not, so you asked him, I realized when you repeat it now, I realized that I was wrong. I got what you say.
Well, anything else you want to say, sir?
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling in.
But he sound very fishy.
That's your opinion, but we can't do certain things like that, sir.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
All right. The number to call is 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the program. 954-529-8030. What is your views on what is going on in the The numbers to call is 954-529-8030. It's 921. It's now 921. 954-529-8030. Then say me campaign for the People's National Party. What a banger wrong for me. All because I've been inviting members of the Jamaica Labour Party to come on. And nobody want to come on. Now they're saying that I'm campaigning for the Labour Party. For the PNP. What a thing. What a thing. I can't do it this way. Producers. Good night. Welcome to Make We Talk program. You're live.
Yeah, man. Good night, my brother Jeffrey. Man,
how you doing, my brother? Long time I not talk to you.
Yeah, man, long time. You make me laugh, you know. That's why we have a lot of time. Because you question the poor little man.
Laugh with
no, because when you ask the poor little man, them question, the poor little man don't understand them things because I'm not really going to do those type of, when you say politics, we look into certain things, and just decide one represent Duhaney Park. So, he might think about the people, them, so not really follow certain thing because I realize him maybe not know about the money you're talking about. Because that's what I was looking to.
Hold on for me, my brother. The numbers is 954-529-8030. Those who on TikTok, the number is in the chat room. It's also a WhatsApp number. You can call in via WhatsApp. 954-529-8030. Go ahead for me, caller.
Yeah, man. And so what I was looking to hear when did should answer you the question, just like what one of the person texted and said. I would say, oh yeah, the money missing over a period of time, and then I could understand, but he never know. So that's why I was laughing. And then the caller from place said she rang for call and accuse you, but I never like that. I never have her number for call her and say she shouldn't do something like that.
No,
Because
man,
he's not
listen to
like
me.
that. You're one of the most fair person.
Listen to me,
And
my
then the
brother.
man a while about. Mm-hmm.
That young lady keep on calling this program, you see? I welcome her call,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Because you know why I welcome her call? I love to talk to people like those, you know. But I want to make them clear. I want to make something clear. No member of the hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party or no member of the hierarchy of the People's National Party cannot and will never buy out the Make We Talk program or the host of the Make We Talk program. No care how the Make We Talk program that drag along. They can't buy me out. I'm not for sale.
No, because but the problem is, that's what me don't like with people. Because if you come and when you talk, you're talking, them say you is labor right. You're talking, they say you is PNP, and I don't like that. I said to them, say the man just speak in fear. So I
No,
can
you see what happened,
understand somebody show them.
You see what I mean? You see Jamaican people. Some of them, anyway, I can't keep on me no say. But you see some of them, if you hit out against their party, you're a dirty comrade.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
hit out against the Labour Party, you're a dirty comrade. You hit out against the PNP, you're a dirty Labour right. Jamaicans are still mix up stuff people. They know what they think about.
Yeah, man, you're one of the person I speak. That's why me have time for you and me always subscribe. Sometimes for me sit every day, me start me subscribe if me never have time. So the person them me tell them say must always not use because you speak justice and you correct people when you hear them attack foolishness. And that's why I have time for your show. The person we just labor, PNP. No. I don't like those type of stuff. I don't like those type of stuff. Just speak the truth and whatsoever. So as we said, when I say about the man in back book, me like what you have just drink command the while ago. So anybody can have, as you
Listen to
say.
me. With me, this young man may just use an example, say I have 14 bank account.
Yeah.
I can't come and say the young man is a thief. I can't
No,
do that.
you can't say that. No, I couldn't say that. I couldn't say that. And I'm in love with Miss Sherry too. Must right you think when you say he's not mustn't say look a boy. I don't say that. Say young man. Just like they me see a program and they was talking and they were just dung and say pimping some say you know what happened. Wanna behave like the Labour Party is so supreme, they never do nothing bad. So why you not speak? Me say no, me can't talk to you like
yes, I tell you something, you know. You have some people, a lot of people don't want to listen to me, you know. You have some fly by night, pitch by day people come up on YouTube and then chat all kind of nonsense.
Man.
And let me make something clear. Jamaica did not get to where Jamaica is just like that overnight, you know. Jamaica national debt of $2 trillion was not on the Andrew Holness alone, you know. Jamaica's national debt has been growing from Wappy kill Philip until this blessed day. So where Jamaica is cannot be blamed on one person alone.
That's what me tell the person. I said, don't start like it's just one person. When and then for some credit, I said when we really see when them this if it was going on now where them complain and talking good about. They have to give Portia Simpson credit for what she do too because she's the one start that too. So you have to give her credit too.
Let me make something clear to this idiot who is on my chat. And I don't care if you want to call me Comrade Jeffrey or whatever. I really don't care. I have nothing against the holder of the office of Prime Minister. What I am against is the level of corruption in the country. And no one gonna stop me from talking about it. You see? And you have a right to say the Jamaican people love Andrew Holness. So be it. I'm a Jamaican. I have nothing against the Prime Minister. Why is it that his declaration cannot be certified? That's all I'm asking. Why is it that he don't come out and speak about the $3 trillion that has gone down the drain? Why don't come out and talk about the level of nepotism and level of corruption in the country? Huh? We're living in some serious times in this country. And all you can talk about is PNP and JLP and JLP and PNP. Who love who and who don't love who? Carla, you finished, my brother?
Yeah. Yeah, me just me and Raymond come a call the conversation to that. Cause you're Jamaican just like myself. And the thing is, but what them for doing, with there's that 3 children, if you take notice, neither the PMP nor the JLP, Brad Jeffrey,
not
come out
saying
and
a
say
single word about it.
Because it told them, told them know about it, and none of them going to complain about it. Both
Not a word is
PMP
being
and
said.
JLP, it told them not say anything about it because they cover for them one another. Take it as me say to you, because it's not like the money missing from Andrew alone. So and the man them not say nothing. Then they want, so them cover up for them one another. When them come out and yap when they go in the lunchroom, it's total different thing. All of them want to sit down and talk.
If them things say,
Mm.
if them not believe say, the two of them when they ready to and they chat and lick champagne glass, choom.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when them run, yeah, of course, them go around, they just yap, and when they go on in the lunchroom, all of them sit down and eat together, sit down on the table and chat and laugh. You ever see one of them thump off of them one another yet? No. And then the fool people, them are killing one another over politics. My God.
I don't think I can take a commercial to the extent. Hold on for me. I can ban you from this channel here soon. Is it? Because you see,
But I follow them, man.
All I know is why this country is where this country is. $3 trillion across government entities isn't accountable for. We're not talking about that. Anyway, my friend, thanks for calling.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Make some, yeah, man.
Thank you. You know when you're going to over your Labour Party section and go sit down chat. Where come over here, Safa? But you don't want you over here. Me call back Miss Cherry.
Hello?
Yes, Miss Cherry. You're live on here. Go ahead.
How to me talk already?
Oh, I think you want to talk again.
Yeah, man. This I tell you, man, make them go away from you. Them don't know so use a man will speak justice.
They say idiot. They say idiot. Me forgot eat McDonald's.
Look upon them. I'm hungry. She I work for 5,000 or 2,000 with a box food. Them not see where the country I come to.
Hold on, Miss Cherry. Hold on there. This idiot here. I tell you something, Neither PNP nor JLP can put on my 10 pound of chicken back on fire. And obviously you don't have nowhere to live, you Simeon Jason, whatever you want to name. You have nowhere to live. You're a low life and you're a nincompoop. Get out of the program. Yes, Miss Cherry, go ahead.
You don't have no time for them. I used to them come on and attack crap. You just click the phone upon them and just throw them off. You don't have no time for your good precious time for deal with them. $1,000 workers them and a box food and some rum and boom. You see the MP tell them say rum and boom and box food them want. You don't have no time for waste. You know enough for them can't walk in here, not even a piece of slippers where you trash throw in a trash and can't walk in. I make they go away from you. Think where the country come to. And don't want people stand up on them foot for that. The country are coming as going as sinking sand. It will come soon past 80. Look how Jamaica so beautiful and look how the country stay.
I am telling you.
Through these termite. Just want a box food.
This nation gone to the dogs.
Mm.
All right, Miss Cherry.
Them, yeah, man, the country gone to nothing, and they want you people to stand up and say it sings. So the man a come out now a bring in about DNA. So much things to do. People are drop off hospital,
Yes.
pan ground, a lot school, road, water.
Yes. All right, Miss Cherry, I gotta run.
All kind of thing the country need, and you got talk about you are bring thing in law for go save picnic a jacket or waistcoat and what that have to do to you? There's
right,
so
Miss
much the
Cherry.
country need to do.
I gotta go. We'll talk.
All right, you take care. You have a good night. Don't when them a call you, just lick down the phone like we in loan somewhere and do with them.
That's what I
Lick
did.
it to them ears.
Hang up the phone for the idiot.
All right.
All right. Thanks much. Call back this number and then I go. Hello? Hello, good night. Welcome to the program. You're live.
Yes, sir, Mr. Jeffrey, what go on?
Me dey hear the look, master. Wham.
Yes, man, I called to tell you about that situation at Black River Hospital.
At which hospital?
Black River Hospital, man. It's a shame down the people are not bed down the people are feeling on that chair 2 weeks now.
You're kidding me.
What's going on, man?
We have to not ask the Labour Party people them. Cause them say prosperity, them say prosperity going on down there.
Man, it's a damn shame down there now, man. People laying down in recliner chair for over a week and not 2 weeks when nobody can get bed down there, man. It's a shame, man.
You have any picture you can send to me?
Well, I don't have any picture because I live overseas.
So how you hear about it?
Well, I have an video right now.
Well, have somebody video it and send it to me, no?
Well, I will see if I get that to you.
Please do. You have my number. Please do. I'd love to see it.
All right, sir. Go and do your thing, man.
All right, man. Thanks much for calling in.
Okay, cool.
All right. This is where we're going to say so long for tonight. Join us on Monday for the Make We Talk Current Affair program. Join Wilfred Rattigan on Saturday for a Revisit Rattigan. You know he's going to teach us a lot of stuff. The Monday program with yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares, Make We Talk Current Affair program. We're going to change up the program. We're going to try and change the program and do it a different way. And we're going to try and educate the people much better. So it's an anchor program every Monday night. Every Monday night at 7 p.m. It's the Make We Talk program. Sometimes it starts at 6 o'clock, but it's mainly at 7 o'clock. Good night, my good friend Garfield. How are you doing?
Hey, you know the problem that we are facing in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
We are facing what you call a structure problem. Structure. Mm-hmm. For example, subsequent government over the years, both PNP and JLP,
yes,
they develop communities, they build scheme homes, right? Take into consideration a place like Portmore, which is the largest English-speaking city in the Caribbean. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And look at the road infrastructure. Look at in Portmore, they have several communities. How many fire stations has built in Portmore? Is there a hospital in Portmore?
They have 5 fire stations in Portmore, man.
How much?
5.
Can you name the 5 fire stations?
I'm just being what do you call it now?
No, you can't do that. I see your stuff.
No. I'm being serious, Garfield. But
so tell me name the 5 locations.
Hold on, Garfield. There is no fire station in Portmore. I'm just saying to you that obviously there's none there, and the people are sitting down and saying nothing about it.
So that is the problem. No, well, there is one in Waterford that I know of, and I think there is one in Waterford by the one in Waterford by the entrance going into Waterford, and that has been there from about 1977. Because at the time I was living in Waterford as a young child. So there's one there, been there. But the point I'm making is this, right? If there is a fire, if there are multiple fires in the city, you have to pull resources from Kingston and Spanish Town. And what about if there is another fire in Spanish Town when you pull all those resources? Yeah, that's what I'm saying?
God help us.
So the problem we are having is a structure issue. Because we want to do things and subsequent government move forward to do things, but we have to put in the infrastructures to meet the demand of the people. We cannot tell a man who is hungry to do something else. That same man will rob you for food. True. So until we bring a structure to the system, the country will have serious issues. And that is what we need. Like, for example, you had that caretaker councillor on for the Duhaney Park division. I don't know when the last time you have been into Duhaney Park, you know. Those roads are in immaculate condition, and I use the word immaculate, but you still can plant some banana sucker in the roads. Yeah, you understand? Right behind Duhaney Park is New Haven. Right? Those roads are carpet. But those carpets are ruined. So the fact of the matter, so we have to deal with things and bring the structure to the people, create a platform for the people. We talk about, I hear the government the other day talk about the job numbers are down. But what kind of jobs are we generating? You know, we need skill. We need a workforce, a skilled workforce. And we talk about art. And we must go to art. And you can get a stipend when you go to art. And you will get some assistance when you learn a trade. And you are qualified and you are now trained and licensed. But the truth of the matter, we cannot try throw a blanket over it. We have to do it in small sectors. So, because not everybody can read at the same level as John Brown or Mary Tom. Look for you. You have a doctorate in education.
Who?
Not everybody can, not everybody can get a doctorate like you.
Who have doctorate in education, Garvey?
Well, I get to understand you know a doctor.
No, sir.
Know.
That's
okay,
one thing
so
I don't want, because all kind of people have doctorate.
Right. You know, so the bottom line thing.
Hold on, man. They can go buy it from a university in California and get doctorate.
I can sell you a doctorate if you want it. So don't talk to me. I can sell you a doctorate. That's all right. But you understand the point I'm making is the structure. And I'm not going to say the government of the day is not trying to implement these structures. I believe they are doing so. But people need to stop blame the party in opposition and ask the government of the day, what will you be doing? Because frankly speaking, you know, after 100 days has passed, the honeymoon is over. And you know to make the people's life better. That is your job. Now, let us go on to taxes. You know, I hear the government say no new taxes. But anybody ever stop and think that, I heard the gentleman says when the government came in, bread was $250. Yeah? But what was the taxes on $250 then? What is the taxes on $800 now? So you see the shock. So you see, you know, if you have an economy that inflation is eating up, right? And if you have an economy that cost of food is constantly rising, You don't need no new taxes to be implemented. Because if you used to get $1 and $200, now the bread is $8. So you're going to get $1. So you get that's $600 more. So you're going to get $3 more in taxes. So you collect $4 in taxes. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you buy a motor vehicle, the transfer fee, the taxes that you pay is going to cost more because the value of the vehicle depreciates. But this is another thing I can never understand in Jamaica. Vehicle depreciates, but in Jamaica it appreciates.
Garvey, you only have 3 more minutes left. I gotta go. Give me 3 more minutes and I have to run.
Yeah, so that is what I'm saying. So because the vehicles are the vehicle, this is the thing I should say. Vehicles depreciate, but in some reason in Jamaica, the depreciation of the vehicle is a plus. Because right now, if you look at a vehicle that you bought right now in 2025, and you buy and you buy that vehicle for $5 million today, 2025. Come 2026, you sell about the same vehicle for $6 million. I just and so the point is that what I would love to see happening in Jamaica? The costs, a reduction in costs.
That's
and
so
it can happen. And it can happen. And I can tell you how it can happen. The fuel surcharge, when these shippers bring in these these boats into Jamaica, back then in COVID, they said that they had to pay a high fuel surcharge. Now they are not paying that high fuel surcharge. Where does that go? Why can't that now go back to the consumer? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, the government of the day said the import bill has reduced. So the goods they are importing less because there is enough in the country. So why the cost of those goods cannot reduce?
Good question.
So basically, when we hear no new taxes, the taxes are adding on every day because the prices are going up. You understand?
Yep.
Why you think the government of the day is saying that they want to bring everybody into the formal tax roll and the informal, the local small shops around the community, they want to bring them under the tax roll? Because they realize they can collect money from these people. You understand? So when we talk, all right, I want people to look now. And the next thing that go over our head, buy yourself an airline ticket and fly into Jamaica. All right? And buy yourself an airline ticket and fly into the United States. You pay more taxes to go into Jamaica than you pay coming out, brother.
I know. A whole heap of money.
And the fact of the matter, when they go to the Norman Manley Airport, the AC now work. Brother, did you know this? I don't know if you know this. Did you know if you go to Norman Manley and rent a car at Island Rent a Car, you pay more than you got New Kingston?
You're kidding me.
You pay an airport concession fee. So when you and you see that airport concession fee, it moves by the second or the hour. You understand?
My lord.
So these are the short hole in the taxes.
Country's in crisis.
The country is not in crisis, The country does only need to manage well. And if the PNP party come in, frankly speaking, brother, I don't see where this number is going to change. The cost of goods not going to go down, and the PNP can claim no new taxes because the PAYE system going to pay the taxes when they go to the supermarket. And that is why you think the Chinaman not carry money go to the Bank of Jamaica, them pile it up. Because him no want them know his bankroll. So these are the things we are talking about. This is what the discussion need to be in the space.
True.
Reduce the goods and services, and taxes will reduce, and people can save more in their pocket.
So true.
Never seen any reduction in prices in Jamaica. Never.
So
and
true,
please, somebody can highlight me. I have never seen a reduction in prices. If the economy is doing so good, inflation is down, unemployment is down to the lowest, why goods and services price can go down? Why the cost of houses cannot reduce? Motor vehicle can't reduce. Petrol. You know the only reason why sometimes them say petrol gone down $1? Because they are reflecting on the United States market.
But you know what I don't understand to Garvey, and we gotta go now, is that Jamaica used to own its own refinery. And all as you just said a while ago, all when gas prices go down in OPEC and around the whatever, gas prices in Jamaica every single Thursday go up. Every single Thursday evening gas price go up.
All right, I'm going to show you how the government can make money and people not even realize this. The government can tie the sum from the people them who operate lawnmower and waka, you know, because they buy the fuel, you know. And when they buy the fuel at the gas station, they pay the fuel tax. So those are the numbers. How many people in Jamaica know what the fuel tax tariff is?
Nope.
How many people ever look at their airline ticket and look at the taxes that you are paying to the government? Eh? Cruise ship coming to Jamaica. Do you know the hotel taxes you pay? Do you know how much money the government have made, man?
And not only that, do we have proof that these hotels are paying over their fair share of taxes to the government of Jamaica?
Well, that is another thing. Well, that is responsible for the tax administration of Jamaica to enforce that. We cannot dare sit here and debate that. But the fact of the matter, man, for God's sake, the government is collecting the taxes from the people. The government bragged that what they expected last year, they surpassed that. But the services are not improving. You follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
So these are the things. Look, all right, look at what going on in some municipal. 70% of the money is going to administration. What can go so?
Well, it's going on, so my friend. We gotta go now.
No, 70% of charitable money to go into social services is now eaten up by administration.
That's where they're thieving the money.
No, man, come on, man. Oh, you're going to have people working in the system in Spanish Town, and them there all about millions and millions of dollars are missing. Check is being signed and nobody are being held accountable.
These are the things that we're talking about, and the Jamaican people not doing a thing about it. They sit down and they prefer go on the road and demonstrate over Don dead.
No, man. How can the police go into a community to apprehend a criminal and you are going to damage a service vehicle? So when the same criminal turn against you and you call the police and the police tell us that there is no operable vehicle, you're going to say to the government, come on. So we ourselves have to play our part as citizens.
To advance in the welfare of the whole human race.
We have to play our part. We can't just blame the government. And people can blame one party, say one party never did. Forget about what the next party never did. You are the government. You supposed to bring the resources to the people. And the opposition supposed to hold the government responsible.
Yep.
And carry to the ballot box. And if you can't do the work, vote in and get vote out.
Yep. Pack your bags and go. Anyway, Garfield, we gotta run. But before I run, you hear about dark tourism?
Well, dark tourism, no, I could imagine what it is. I never heard about
hold on
it.
there. I'm gonna send you something, is it? Tomorrow I'll send it to you, but not tonight.
Yes,
Where
sir.
Jamaica's tourism minister is speaking about dark tourism. You can come down and visit cemeteries like Maypen Cemetery and all
I
those
mean
cemeteries.
dog tourism. No, hold on. I mean dog.
No, I'm telling you that's what he said.
No, dog. D-O-G. Dog.
Dark. Dark tourism, not dog. Dark tourism.
Dark. D-A-R-K?
Yes.
And how would that work?
You know, I tell you a while ago. The man said must come down, come visit the Maypen cemeteries and all cemeteries in Jamaica.
So why the word dark is associated with that cemetery? Because there are dead people there.
Then if the word dark, what the word dark mean? Some of it mean nigger man saying all those stupidness, you know.
Yeah, but dark tourism.
Okay.
No, sir. That one there.
That's what the Minister of Tourism said that they're gonna bring to Jamaica. Dark tourism.
No, we need more info on that.
That you can go and visit all the grave site of World War II, World War III, and you can go visit the Maypen Cemetery. And if you want a wash off, you can come and get a wash off in a Jay's, Dettel, and
No, come on, no, you're playing games now, man. You're playing games now.
So if you want to go down there, Dave Garfield, go down to the ministry. Go down to the Ministry of Tourism.
You're playing game. What can go in my good name, in my good friend words? What can go so?
So Garfield, when you go down there, go down to the Ministry of Tourism. The minister will wash you off with some J's, Dettel, and Fabulous.
No man, you see, I joke about this thing now.
Don't want me to do.
Yeah,
I did a program on it and I just laugh.
Yeah. But anyway. You have a wonderful rest of the night.
Same to you, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, cool.
Cool. Want to say thanks to the two guests that we had on before. Want to say thanks to want to say thanks to Danishka Williams, MP caretaker for Southwest St. Anne. Joseph. What is this? Yes. Want to say thanks to all who come on to the the program here. Mr. Gregory, thank you all for coming on to the program. Thanks to all those who make this program a part of the for us to come on live on air. I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless Jamaica. What on earth is this? May God bless you and may God bless Jamaica land we love. Have a great night, everybody. Good night. See you all. See you all on Monday. Remember to join remember to join Regent Rattigan tomorrow from 3 until 8 p.m. From 3 p.m. until 8 p.m., Regent Rattigan will be coming to you live. And join the Mecwi Talk program this and every Monday for Mecwi Talk Current Affair at 7 p.m. Sometimes we start at 6 p.m. It all depends if we have a guest who only can come on at 6. But we start at 7 p.m. every single Monday. Thank you all very much. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. And may God continue to bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Have a great night, everybody.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.